And we are live.
Wonderful.
Yay!
Hello. Welcome back to another.
Oh my god, this backdrop.
It's good, isn't it?
It's incredible.
Oh god.
I know.
Elfmaster.
It's brilliant.
Jesus.
I asked.
Okay.
I asked.
Yeah.
Beautiful. But and it goes with the hat as well, the Elfmaster. I wish I had some ears. But guys, welcome back to the Dead Bard Society, where today we've got a Christmas one-shot for you, and it won't be difficult to figure out what's going on. The actual world really doesn't matter much, but you will figure out exactly what's happening. I love this backdrop, actually. No, it's really fucking good.
I know, right?
But, guys, are you ready to go? Because we can just get going with this.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah?
hell yes. Let's
Merry
go.
Christmas, you filthy animals.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. First of all, guys. A time for gifts. A time for giving. Toss
Are
a
we
coin. Don't
interrupting
stinge.
Gil
Shut
today?
up! Poem.
It's not Christmas without
I
it.
wanted
to know if we are interrupting Gil, that's all.
You see this face? This will
Yes.
always be the time to shut up.
Oh dear.
Jesus Christ. Okay. I hate that this is a fucking running gag now. All right. A time for gifts. A time for giving. Toss a coin. Don't stinge. It need only be a shilling. A sweet warm drink. Relax by the fire. Lift your head. Raise your voice. And by night, you'll retire. That's what it was. A time for joy. It was bright. It was glorious. But it was only a ploy. Once time for merriment is now time for sorrow. Giving back not to friends, but to banks from whom we had to borrow. Now winter is cursed. Weak and poor grow sick. But for these four, they'll turn it back to Saint Nick. Corporate greed is infectious. Even the best of us can be worn down and tempted with the sweet reward of monetary gain. Even those untouched by age, of great fortune already, can be swayed by the oh-so-sweet thought of compound interest. Saint Nick, named once as one of the great protectors of mortals, is one such ageless creature. Over time, he grew bitter and resentful of those he so diligently protected and gifted each year. Money became his obsession. It built and it built with time until it became his life. Holding a monopoly of gifts and the distribution of them, he sat back and enjoyed himself, oblivious or uncaring the damage dealt to those on the hardest line in life. On that one day of the year, his power grew exponentially, and the regular laws of magic and physics no longer applied. But the rest of the year, he was simply a wealthy creature, sitting, growing wealthier. You four have devised a potentially reckless plan to end this cycle. A small aircraft, fitted and enchanted for winter travel, will drop you to the outskirts of the North Pole. From there, you will find the workshop and either disrupt or cease the operations there. So, who are you? And we'll start. Zach, Mr. British Bard, who are you playing today?
I am playing Human Fighter. Yes, I like vanilla and white bread.
Hey, it tastes nice.
Yeah. By the name of Kia Engels, a revolutionary who is very much in this for the pure ideology, to break down the assumptions of ethical consumption under capitalism, to bring an end to this institution and remove it as an opium of the people. That is who I'm playing.
Beautiful. Lovely. I'm looking forward to seeing Kier in action and his revolutionary ways. You know, up all the revolutions and whatever. So, next up, we'll go with Pete, Mr. Banana Skins. What have we got?
I am playing Carver, a wood elf rogue, who was a former spy for Saint Nick himself,
Oh.
He has seen very little action inside the actual workshop, but has been scouring the globe as a scout and a spy, searching for code word naughties. But he went. But upon seeing just how bad the conditions for many elves and other people working within the workshop were, he defected from that and has now sold himself to the cause of shutting the whole operation down.
Beautiful. All right, excellent, wonderful. Carver in with the whole scene. He's maybe have some insider knowledge about the facility. We never know. We'll find out as we get there. And then we've got Louise Office Maracas. Who are you playing tonight?
I am playing a rock gnome wizard.
Oh.
Grand Mage Ronald Grisworth.
Nice.
Who was a formerly gifted child. He was the star of his primary school, and everyone said that he had such a great reading age and would do wonderful things. And it turned out he was just a bit average. But he already had the ego. He already had the ego to go with it, and so he introduces himself as a grand mage, despite having never graduated.
Oh, I see. So he wears this. Does he wear this just to?
He wears this. For those watching, this is my actual graduation mortarboard. I bought it because I have no life and want to just collect sentiment. Because
she did like graduate. She didn't just buy it for the sake of it.
This is my actual master's mortarboard. I did have a postgraduate ceremony. It is the peak of my entire life. From now, it is downhill.
Bullshit.
Wonderful.
And Grand Mage Ronald Grisworth is doing community service. He had to do a project for the people on account of melting the east wing of his university by accident during a spell, and this was the only one that accepted winter applications.
See, it does sound like a really impressive deed, but the problem is that her university was an ice fortress. It was made of ice. So it's not quite as impressive as it would have been.
Yeah, just a little bit of fire. Just
shit. All right, wonderful. So we've got Grand Mage Ronald Grisworth. I tip my hat to you. I'm sure.
Throw mine.
Yep. In the air. That's what you do, right? Every time there's something to
We
celebrate.
didn't get to do that because of COVID.
You can do it now. We can't.
Yeah, we count.
Wonderful. Okay. And then finally, Sarah, our wonderful Duchess and Dragons, cast Chaos, whatever you prefer.
All right.
Who are you playing?
I'm playing something I would normally not play, which is a human, but I've discovered some things which are cool, and a monk, because I just love my spells, so it's a tiny bit of magic with this monk too. However, I also painted some abs and I have muscles underneath my fat, obviously. So just imagine a well-trained monk like our elf master here, called Zen, which is very Zen for a monk, which was a suggestion by D&D Beyond, by the way, and it stands for Santa Eliminating Ninja Team Elfbuster.
Beautiful. Team Elfbuster. So SENT what?
No, it's just SEN for Santa Eliminating Ninja, but I'm from the Team Elfbusters. So
Team Elfbusters. Right, got you.
Okay, and she use. Actually, it should be a male, but I think the getup is more female, so whatever. And she used to be the biggest supporter of Santa, biggest fan ever, because, Santa's amazing, brings gifts and stuff. However, she also heard about the whole global warming, pole caps melting, Fridays for Future, stuff like that. So, since Santa, is at the North Pole, caps are melting, obviously. Enemy number one, so we are fighting the evil, and this is just a remnant.
Ronald, never tell the story about you melting an entire school to her. She may well be on your ass for it. All right.
You're responsible for the polar bears.
So, guys,
let's cut off the polar bears.
Hold on. What I will do is we just need to very briefly change over some music. Oh, not the one I meant to do. That one. So, you guys, we have got Carver, Kier, Sen, and Ronald, who are all making their way to the North Pole on a beautiful and well-fitted, sleek, sliding through the airship. Now, first of all, I need to get a couple of ideas for you. This thing is built partially by and alongside you, so we're going to give it a bit of personality. First of all, it has these enormous sails that fan out from the very top of the mast out to the side and almost encircle it, giving it almost a semicircular vibe of these sails that then meet at the center. What color are the sails?
Well,
White and
three
red.
of us are wearing red, so yeah, white and red.
White and red. Beautiful. So have you ever seen those sort of classical depictions of Viking longships where these got these red stripes that come out this way? I'm imagining that's streaking out from the very top all the way down to the bottom. Additionally, there is a figurehead that is right at the front that reaches out into the breeze. And what is the figurehead?
I am going to say, if I can, Kier would definitely make sure that this is an elf, but instead of a hammer and sickle, it's a little toy hammer. And on the other side, it's got a little, like, nail, but like one of the ones you get in those little toy kits. And he's holding it up in this brave charge moving forward. You know, like the heroic garb going behind him.
Okay. All right. So we've got at the figurehead with this red and white sails. We've got this figurehead proudly leaning forth. It's like a little. It's not quite Carver. This is a little insulting because it's not an accurate depiction of an elf. It is a fantastical depiction of an elf. You know, the types which is just like up front and really small, more like a gnome than anything else, and it's a bit.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
Carver would feel a little bit more insulted by the fact that he is in fact 4'9".
Oh,
Whoops.
awkward. And then finally, so it is this red and white sails. We've got this beautiful figurehead, and we need to name the ship. It's the last bit. Go for the
Can we
the
call
toy
her
piercer,
Elf Buster?
the elf buster.
The Elf Buster. I'm going for
Elf
the Elf
Buster.
Elfbuster Blitzen.
Elf buster Blitzen.
Yes!
Okay. Hold on. Let me just.
Can it
write
turn
that
into
down.
a horse?
What? Can the airship turn into a horse?
Yeah, a Trojan horse. Maybe
hoping
it's a dragon.
You're saying Blitzen, and all I'm thinking about is got like these little Bombay doors at the bottom, and they're just like tinsel bombs that just drop out.
Oh, Jesus.
That's how we're gonna abseil down on tinsel.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Canon.
Obviously.
So, on board of the ship, it's mostly it's a skeleton crew. So it's really only you guys and then one other. We've got a gnome who is sitting at the helm. He's honestly, he was the only person that you could find that was willing to do this. He is pretty severely cross-eyed, and you're pretty sure that he can't stare off into the distance, but he seems to a lot in his own way. Stare off and look between, like, underneath his arm as he stares away. And his name is Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
And he's sort of, as the noise of the blizzard starts to become deafening in your ears, you can hear him shouting over the top. Hey! Are we coming into land soon? I'm not entirely sure where we are. Everything looks exactly the same.
It
But-
does.
I'm hopeful that we're pretty close by. Any questions about the mission?
I'm taken aback by how
I can't put the voice on. I'm just like,
Come on. Questions?
if
Are you
I
picking us up when
may,
it's done?
at what point will you be picking us back up?
Oh, well, that's not exactly been made entirely clear yet. I'll be waiting for some sort of signal, or I'll expect you to go on your own.
Do you want us to burn down the place or what?
I could do. Honestly, this was your idea.
Is it enough
Yes.
smoke so you can come back pick us up?
we burn it.
A large smokestack would probably do it.
All right, let's burn down the place.
I'm just getting like Scottish version of Izzy from The Mummy Returns with the
Yeah.
dirigible.
So what?
Let's go with that.
Yeah. Oh,
But yeah, screaming over the top of this, you manage to get a few questions off. And then the noise of the blizzard is deafening. It is coming at you hard. And it's not long before Fitzgerald starts to start pointing down at the chutes at the bottom, which will drop the tinsel that you will abseil down on. And he just shouts to you all, "Alright, lads, get into position. We're nearly there."
Wait, health potions.
You should have thought about that before we left.
I thought that was in the contract.
I signed your contract. You guys organized this. He's just the pilot. All right. And as you were standing over the top of the doors, you get this sort of message pop up in front of you. It's sort of an illusionary message board that counts down from 10. As you stand above the boards, it counts down 10, 9, 8. The floor starts to shake slightly, and you hear gears hissing as they start to pull it aside. Yes, Ronald, before we go any further.
Can I be stood on top of one of the doors by accident?
Yes, absolutely.
Can I just slip out?
If you want.
Yeah.
So, as you're standing over it, counts down. It gets to about 7 before the doors start to move. Pulling to the side, the wind starts whipping up. Ronald, I'm going to need you to make me a dexterity saving throw as you stand there and suddenly wind pulls at your legs. Starts trying to pull. Are you wearing a full gown as well as the hat?
I did imagine a sort of university cloak.
Beautiful. That it is going to make the DC a little higher. Anyway, on you go.
Okay, that's a 13.
Okay, that's not too bad. So you stumble a bit as suddenly your to begin with, your gown goes and pops up like a Marilyn Monroe moment before it then gets immediately sucked back down into this underneath. And you, for a moment, your foot slips, but you manage to catch yourself either side of the hole, only just. As you're sitting there, the countdown continues, and it goes to 5, 4, 3. Tinsel drops down from the hatch above and dangles straight down. Unfortunately, this tinsel is weighed down because tinsel's kind of light by a solid weight, which strikes you as it goes down. Everyone else is just watching.
Can't see.
Can I grab him by the scruff of his neck?
Sorry, say that again, Carver.
Can I grab him by the scruff of his neck before he falls to his death?
Absolutely, you can try.
Yeah.
You can certainly try.
Kier's gonna get ready, gets on the tinsel, hooks his leg on. He's like, "Oh, we are so fucked."
How high are we?
So Carver, you can either try and misdirect the weight to make it fall without hitting her, or you can try and strength it and hold it up.
So misdirect will be an athletics one, right?
I'd say it would probably be more like a dexterity based.
It's the dexterity. Sorry, yeah.
Yes.
Dexterity. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just make me a dex check.
Ooh, 23.
23. Okay, wonderful. So as it drops, you, Ronald, you see Carver just sort of lunge forward, and as this weight comes, he sort of shoulder barges it slightly, which drops it straight past you. So if you imagine you're it goes down past you as this tinsel sparkles by you, and you have enough time to look up and smile at Carver before you then get slightly tangled in the tinsel and start tumbling down. You're not falling, you are just sort of wrapped around it a little bit.
All you hear is a voice that has been tainted by many a cigar or a pipe in front of the fire. Just as the air is squeezed out of his lungs by tinsel wrapped around his chest, just and as it gets tighter and tighter and tighter, and then I just grab a hold of it and I'm just hanging on.
How high are we? How long is the tinsel down?
So the drop down is only about 30 foot.
Okay, I do a running start, leap, and jump out and land.
Sweet. So you don't even use the tinsel. You're just
no. And I'll just
landing.
Yeah, superhero. No, I roll and then I go back and I'm like, Ronald, let go.
Could I just get you to make me a dexterity, an acrobatics check to see if you can do this without taking any damage?
Okay.
Nice.
Because there is pelting
18.
snow. 18? Okay, that'll do. So yeah, as you dive forwards out of this, in very sort of military SAS style, sort of dive forwards, a couple of flips in the air before you land. There's this like crater of snow underneath you. And as you sort of land there, stop and look up, you just see Ronald wrapped around his middle trying to untie this tinsel that's wrapped around his abdomen.
At this point, Sen realizes that this man has on a full wizard's robe, and you can see directly up to his thermal warmers. He's got some thermal leggings on,
cool.
And I don't know if anyone's ever seen an old man wearing leggings. It's not pretty.
No,
Ronald,
old man has some
oh
old
my
jumps.
God.
Ronald, you know those aerial acts where you just roll down, you basically unwrap? You can do that now. I'll catch you. Come on. I can see all your privates. You hurry up.
His gentleman's sensibilities override him, and he just gnaws through the tinsel and drops.
Second crater appears
Like
next to
it's
first.
like
No, I'm catching him.
having a woman
Oh, I
having a woman see his underwear is worse than death.
Beautiful.
He is
Okay.
well padded for impact.
He is. I'm not going to make you roll for that. Yes, you
Okay.
catch him in your arms, sort of my hero style. Carver and Kier.
Kia is just like they're ready. He's already hooked himself onto the tinsel, but it's just watch this all take part. It's just they're like, okay, right, wasn't planning on dying. Looks like I am now. And just resigns himself to this as he repels himself down. Takes
yes.
out his weapons. Also, very conspicuously large backpack, considering what you're all here to do. Like it's kind of like think like an army Bergen, like a proper like full Bergen on his back.
Got you. The only person so far to actually use the tinsel in its intended way, as you repel, it starts to play "Here Comes Santa Claus" in your ears as you go. It's like an elevator ride, honestly. Just
That is so cool.
anyway, Carver.
So
and down as well.
one hand, holding it in one hand, both feet sort of wrapped around the weight, and just.
As you're going down with the weight, yours plays in fast forwards. Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. Comes Santa Claus. And all the way down to the bottom. Beautiful. At the bottom, you all listen. That was like one of the best fast forward sounds I've ever done on screen.
This is the stream equivalent of a shit post. I feel like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't even take any of this
I love
seriously right
this.
now.
I love
this.
so much.
This isn't the usual Waking Dungeons.
No.
Anyway,
This is what we.
fun.
This is the mindset we were having when we first started our regular campaign.
Exactly.
This is every intrusive thought is said out loud, and we'll see what Gil allows.
Yep.
This is a lot of just me going, fuck it. So what
Get
we're
it
going to do
out
now
of
is you all land next to each other, creating these 4 craters in the snow. And then you see sort of Fitzgerald leaning over the edge, and all you see is just like the cross side, just, all right, lads, I'll see you all on the other side. And he sort of pulls with like a brief horn, and it just goes, doot, doot, and then it starts chugging off into the sky. And you were left alone in this desolate wasteland of ice and snow. You know the general direction that you've been pointed in, but that is roughly it. You are to travel north.
Well, the element surprise is out the window. Don't know how far that horn got carried through the wind, but
Not far.
I can hope it was downwind.
fingers crossed.
What horn?
Oh, dear. Did anyone bring his hearing aids? It's like,
Canonically, this man is 70. This Rotnome is 73.
Canonically, from this point on, you have disadvantage on perception checks.
yeah, nice.
This really
Didn't notice the
old
horn.
wizard.
Yeah.
Canonically,
Why did we bring an
disadvantage.
why is one of our teammates an elderly man? Like, why have none of us questioned this?
Like, this man should be retired.
Wait, he's the knowledge, I thought.
Well, I mean,
Does he have knowledge?
I'm concerned that our glass cannon is in fact not a cannon and it's just a glass ornament.
Might.
It's a glass cannon, but just an ornamental cannon.
Yeah, it's an ornament.
I'll have you know, I'm part of one of the most famed universities in the kingdoms.
Mm-hmm.
With what degree?
What did you do?
I am still an active member.
I'm an active member in the library. I still don't read books.
I practice illusionment and subterfuge.
The fact
So
that
by-
he says
so by still-
illusionment.
So by still acting member, you mean that you're an undergraduate?
I work with masters of every discipline.
So, like, you work in the library as an assistant.
He gets out
cafeteria.
he gets out a cigar and lights it and goes, "Madam, you know nothing of the world."
I just
dear
start
God.
laughing. I throw some...
Onwards, and he heads east.
Yeah.
Ronald, I've seen parts the others haven't. I wouldn't talk so loud.
And
Ronald, wrong way.
looking over.
And he does like a full grand, like 90 degree, like he lifts a foot up, pivots, and plants it in the right direction and continues as if that was his plan.
I'll grab some snow and just throw it at him. Not hard. Obviously, it's an old man. So.
Turning round to the other two, he says, "You know, when I talk about executing the bourgeois, I kind of almost don't want to execute him. It's too pitiable bourgeoisness."
I love bourgeois just for the...
I think hypothermia
incentive.
will get him before you can.
Yeah.
Speaking of
He
which,
is
how many years of
surprisingly
fucking-
toasty in these
Carver.
robes.
I was going to say, Carver, you say that. You didn't see what Sen did, which was these wonderful thermal layers that was underneath.
Yeah. He is well prepared for this.
Absolutely. So, guys, you start making your way further north. And what I'm going to need all of you to do is roll me a survival check, please, to figure out if you know where you're going.
Please be good, please be good, please be good, please be good.
The one thing I don't have a
13.
fucking like proficiency in.
Ooh.
That's a nat 1, and my modifier is -1.
That
I feel
tracks.
like this is perfect, exactly what we needed from like the going east and the turn north. So thank you for that. Canonically,
Didn't even
shit
plan
direction.
that.
That's 19.
19, cool.
As a 10.
Ranger?
I'm a rogue.
Oh, you're a rogue now. I thought you're a ranger.
No.
Okay.
Okay. You know what? With the 19, here you are able to keep the sort of babble that is your group in the general correct direction. And you start making your way through the ice and snow. And as much as it is difficult to tell the difference between the sort of the drifts of snow and the plain tundra of ice, you do manage to see a few sort of almost landmarks of much larger mounds or even hills or divots, small cracks in the ice that lead down. Not anywhere in particular, but just as sort of fissures. As you are going through, though, Kier, you do find yourself stepping over the top of a ridge, and as you do, I need all of you to roll a perception check.
Okay. I'm not too bad at this as well.
Ooh, net 20.
Nat 20.
Well, my first roll was a 2, but I have disadvantage, just so it could be worse.
13.
23 in total.
That's a 5.
In total, a 1.
Cool. Beautiful. All
The
right.
thing is, I have 20 in intelligence.
Just not everything else.
No.
Carver, what did you get? Sorry, Carver?
13.
13. I think you. All right, cool. Well, Sen, you rolled a nat 20. So, as you step over the top of this ridge, your eyes scan the horizon, and while Kier looks over to one side, Grand Mage Ronald Grizzleworth is staring down at his robes that keep fluttering. He's sort of trying to mess with the hems to see if he can keep them down lower. Various sort of small sticking cantrips to sort of try and hold them down to his legs. It's not really working. It's a bit demeaning, honestly. But you manage to spot in this flurry of white the slight throbbing light that glows red as it moves slowly across.
I spotted reindeer. What's his face? Rudolph. There's a moving red spot. Do you guys see it over there? Also, I cast a Mage Hand, which I can do invisible and pull the back of Ronald's dress down or robe. So it's low the whole time, but they don't know what's happening. So it's just pulling down the whole time.
Beautiful. All right. Ronald, you think that you've solved it. It's managed to stay down. Beautiful. So, then you spot this and you point it out to the rest of the group. This sort of slight bob going across the tundra. It doesn't look like it's moving particularly fast, maybe at like a brisk walking sort of pace, and it does bob. And from where you could see, you could assume that it would probably be about the height or at the height of a human's head. That sort of thing. Maybe a bit taller. That's about it. There's little more to discern about it for now.
Well, Carver, I think you're good in scouting, I guess.
Yes, you want to see what that is? Check it out.
Yeah, I mean, I can join you. We should probably stay together anyway. So.
Yes, sticking together, it's always the best plan.
Okay, wonderful. So, Grandad, Ronald, and Kier, you are staying put behind this ridge. And Carver and Sen, you make your way out. And then both of you to make me stealth rolls to see if you can try and avoid discovery as you move.
25.
Okay.
24.
Okay, Jesus. All right.
I came dressed in like white everything to blend in.
I'm just robbing through the snow.
All right. So you basically burrow through these drifts of snow as you go, always staying just out of sort of visual range of whatever it is that you're moving. And as you get closer, you hear the very, very slight sound of as whatever it is moves along. Getting closer, you see a head turn just over the top of a bank. And this red, glowing, whatever it is, turns to one side and to the other. Finally getting close enough, you see a deer's head, a reindeer's head, popping above this snowdrift. There's these beautiful, like, antlers that are velvety, growing out from the side of its head. They are majestic. And this nose, slightly larger than you would expect a normal reindeer's nose to be, is bright red, glowing red. It actually covers much of the ground around. But it's not just that. Behind it is two more. These ones without their nose glowing red. As they follow along. All of them seem to be tacked up in almost these leather harnesses. But you can only see the shoulders. The slightly distressing thing is that below the necks is not reindeer. Below the necks is the torso of a weirdly buff man.
Wow! Oh my god!
I know where you got this from, Gil, and fuck you.
I don't know if you know where I got this. I've been sitting on this one a while. Anyway, so this is like these like physical physique is like immaculate.
I mean, I appreciate it because I'm just checking.
Yeah, you're like, damn, they must crunch.
I
But
break
these
out with them. Wait, no,
creatures are sort of running around, and you can see that they're holding what look like red and white sticks in their hands as well.
Oh my god, they're snipers.
I was gonna say candy cane strippers.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is what has been moving around, and they seem to be starting to make their way towards the direction of where Kier and Ronald are waiting. They're starting to make their way in that direction.
How many are there in total?
3.
3. Okay. Cover.
Yeah. I didn't catch that. What?
What are we doing? We can follow them, and when they attack the other two, we can attack them from the other side, or we go back and warn the old guy.
We can make sure that they've got that we're close enough. If we follow them, we can make sure that we are both close to them and close to the group. We can.
Oh goddamn! We need the old man. He could make an illusion on the other end of the valley or whatever.
Do you have any way of contacting them?
No. Look at me. I wish.
Shit.
I wish I was a cleric. Wait. Let me think. What do I have?
Den's cousin, the cleric rogue, pops out of nowhere.
Hold on. Let's see what I've got.
Yep.
No, I have a little bit of spellcasting. Yeah. But nothing useful.
Also, my speed is 25 feet, so you guys are fucked.
So slow.
It's fine, I'm faster.
I am a very fat gnome. I don't run, I sort of wobble.
I forgot that you were a gnome. Honestly.
Yeah. So I'm 3 feet 5, and I'm 73. And I just sort of.
Tell you what. I have a bell, right?
Yeah. Oh, me too.
If I attach this to a crossbow bolt and shoot it in another direction, it could point them in that direction.
Yes. But the thing is, you hear it the moment it leaves us, so it's pretty obvious it's coming from here, I think. Wait. I have an idea. Let me think. I need to check if it's a bonus action. I have telekinetic shove. Can I shove the thing before it flies? Does that make sense?
What are you planning?
I don't know if it works.
I don't know what you're asking, to be honest.
If we can put the bell further away before it's actually making noise. If I can shove it in the air, it doesn't work.
Oh, you have mage hand. You have mage hand, right?
Yes, mage hand, let's do that.
Hold it carefully and mage hand it over as far away as you can, and then I can shoot it with a crossbow bolt.
That is a good idea. I think it's 30 feet.
Ew.
Yeah.
Does this mean that the mage hand on my cloak is dissipated?
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
So I'm just holding it down.
Yeah.
For a brief moment, Kier, you are given an eyeful.
Of old man arse.
In thermals.
In some suspiciously fluffy green leggings. You think that they might be a woman's.
Okay, so what's the plan, Carver and Sen?
I'm lifting up the bell and pushing it 30 feet in the other direction, and then Carver is shooting it further away, so it makes sound.
Okay, sure thing. So you're sort of carrying the bell, and then Carver's going to shoot the bell to make it ring. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep. Wonderful. Can I get... you can do the mage hand one, but Carver, I'm going to need you to roll my attack roll, please.
Sorry.
Okay.
Was that you breaking something, or was it a cat?
Woo!
No, it's from the stove. It's cold.
That is a 26.
You're gonna hit the bell. So this gets carried off to one side as it sort of hangs in the air by this sort of spectral hand. A shot comes. Suddenly, the red light that is the nose of this reindeer thing turns towards it, and they start charging. Like it was that you thought they were moving quickly before, but it's boom, 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 charging through the snow. Their sort of chests are making this dent in the snow as they sort of careen towards it. 3 of them all like sort of swirling about, holding these sticks out in front of them like weapons. But there is now a clear path back to Ronald and Kier.
Yeah, so dashing as fast as we can back there.
Excellent. Oh my God, Goo! It's Operation Sleigh Bell. Beautiful. Love it.
Ronald has produced a foil packet and is offering Kay orange chocolate.
Cool. It's rock hard because it's frozen solid. Wonderful.
Ronald's old man teeth have no problem with this.
Yeah, it's more what you're doing is letting it melt in your mouth, and then you chew. Yeah. Anyway,
Dude's got dentures. He can't feel it.
Kier, Kier and Ronald, you are standing there sort of eating or throwing away chocolate orange as Sen and Carver come charging back through the snowdrift in a bit of a flurry.
Okay, we have a small situation. 3 very buff-looking men with reindeer heads, reminiscent of the traditional reindeer, but they seem to be holding weapons. They're like posting guard posts of some sort, and we've distracted them for now. But if we need to get closer, we may have to attack them if stealth doesn't work.
Unless Ronald, the master of illusion, can you create a snowball or something?
Create a snowball. I can do more than that, young lady.
Amazing. I don't know. I didn't study that. I know how to use my hands, you know.
Some of us are skilled in our hands. Some of us, with higher learning, are skilled with our brains.
Are you insulting my learning skills here, honey?
Not at all, young
You do know
lady.
where I learned. I think I'm fighting Ronald at the
You hear a reply, and it sounds vaguely offensive, but you can't tell what he actually said because all it was mumbled over chocolate. So all you hear is sort of.
So as you're talking amongst yourselves, you start to hear the sort of vague sound of these bells moving again.
You know
as
what
they
the
move
good thing
away
is?
from the area that previously made the noise.
We always know where they are because the idiots have bells.
It's currently what the problem is, yeah.
Who have bells?
The reindeer people.
There are reindeers being ridden by people?
No.
Sure.
People with reindeer heads, with what I assume are firearms.
Oh my goodness.
That sounds nasty.
I just thought it sticks.
But we shouldn't judge other people's life choices.
Do you think they were exiled here because they look like they look?
No, Ronald, we aren't here to make friends with the reindeer people. We are getting into the workshop and destroying the whole mechanism from the inside out. Now, please stop eating orange chocolate and help us fight these fucking things.
Jolly good. And he gets his quarterstaff out and starts trying to walk out into the open.
Okay.
This is
All right.
called...
Guys,
Old Man
you have
Illusion.
roughly 5 seconds before Ronald is likely spotted.
Okay, I'll tackle Ronald.
Let him die.
Bad old man. Bad old man. Fuck it. Okay.
You can't. He's face down in the snow. All you see are little bootied feet.
I roll Ronald over, point my hand at him. We can play the game. We send the old man for bait and leave him there. Or you fucking get into the game and think of something, Master of Illusion.
I don't play games. I thought I was a community service, giving back. I didn't mean community service. I meant giving back.
What have you done? Okay, this is way more
This is
interesting.
criminal.
Never mind.
I help Ronald up.
A conjuration, you say? And he's genuine. He's just waggling his fingers about. He's holding the staff. He's got this. His lip seems to almost protrude. His top lip like protrudes from like his beard, with concentration. Just like.
Joel. What's he doing? Is he just doing that?
Yeah, he wants to conjure something up, but he's just like he can't think of anything. He doesn't know what's going on. He just wants to like. Impress them.
All right, wonderful. Well,
but like he's drawing a blank, so just nothing's happening.
Well, guys, currently, for about 10 seconds, Ronald sits there just going.
I hate my own character so much.
Why? It's amazing.
Conjure up something or other. And then what you see is a shape start to appear in the air. For a second, Ronald, you think you may have conjured something. However, those hopes are pretty much shattered as you start to see the shape of a humanoid step out of the snow with this antlered head holding a red and white stick. There's a brief moment of just like...
And this old man sat in the snow waggling his fingers.
It's this brief confusion. It then takes its stick and puts it over its shoulder and starts walking towards you as it winds up.
We are looking for the auditions for
I
the
would
new
like you to roll
elves.
initiative.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, please let Ronald get initiative.
Oh my
Well,
God.
that's a 3, so 5 in total.
19.
Sorry, say that again.
Ooh.
Total of 5.
Total of 5 for Ronald.
I am playing with my
Yeah.
cursed orange dice. I'm quite happy with how this is turning out.
That is going to be amazing. That's 25.
25, wonderful. Carver.
19.
Beautiful. Sen.
8, which is I was totally distracted here.
8, gotcha. All right, wonderful.
Is this
so the-
aggressive Christmas music?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Angry Christmas music to fight to. God, need it for my relatives. Ugh.
Angry Christmas music to fight your... argue with your homophobic relatives.
Yeah.
Oh. I just need to check.
Is this DMCA? What is this?
It's fine. It's all copyright free. It's fine.
Oh my God.
I double checked before I used it.
Yeah.
And heaven and angels sing, and heaven and angels sing.
Excuse me, it's a bit slower than that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. In canon, that is what's happening. I love the idea that Ronald is fighting whilst singing that to himself.
So,
that's where the music's coming from.
I love a good Christmas hymn. I couldn't help it, so I thought I'd at least
Here.
do it in character.
So this thing steps up and just goes and starts moving towards the Ronald immediately, just ready to swing. What are you doing?
Lovely. How far away is it?
This thing from you is probably about 15, 20 feet, so it's not that far. Visibility isn't great, but you have just been able to spot it. Mostly you were going by the reaction of Ronald, who was just sort of like, ooh. So, but you know that it's there, and as you move slightly closer, you can see it.
I am going to charge in, and I'm going to twat it.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Go for it.
So,
Can you explain for the non-English speaker how to twat?
To twat something is to hit something really hard with the intent to.
I figured.
Like so hard that it takes all your bodily force, and you've got no idea where you're twatting it to. All aim goes out the window.
My mom shall twat later too.
So
It's just throwing a haymaker and hoping it lands.
Ooh! That's a 19, but because of improved critical, that's a crit.
Oh, nice. Oh, you're going for champion.
Yeah, I went with champion
Beautiful.
fighter. Like I
Please
said-
go for it.
Nice. And that is going to be. Ooh. Damage is 13. Double it. Oh god, that's max damage doubled, which would be. Wait, are we doubling or rolling again?
So for this one, we'll do max damage on one dice and then you roll once.
Oh,
so
right.
for example, if it's a D8, you take 8 plus whatever you roll on the dice.
Right. Well, I've just rolled max damage. So that's 2 lots of max damage.
That's 2 max damages then.
Nice.
Please.
Nice.
That is 26 damage.
Nice.
26.
As you see, Kier with his taking his longsword and shield, charges forward, kind of like buffs it with the shield to try and knock it off its balance, and then fully just cleaves it across the center on the other side.
Yeah, so this thing is marginally surprised as it sort of rears back. It turns its attention, and then it sort of drops its guard to try and protect itself with its horns, but you just go straight past it, slicing this line across its chest, and crimson just starts sparking out of it, quickly freezing in the cold air. And now that you're much closer, guys, this is what you are dealing with.
yeah.
Oh!
Yep, I've seen that one. Yep.
I love it.
This is amazing.
That is the only way you could create a male torso and not turn me on. I'm impressed.
This is
it's
what's referred to.
terrifying.
This is what's referred. This was my flatmate who made this, and this
This
is
is
what we refer
amazing.
to as Brodolf.
I love it.
The most strange,
I've seen
confusing
one like
sexual
that.
feelings, but oh well.
So, Gil, is that for your 100,000? Is
I
that your cosplay?
Zach, that's what Feral says.
Yay.
Christmas at
Yeah, in
100,000.
chat,
Absolutely.
donate to the stream, and we will buy a taxidermied deer for
Whoa.
him to wear as a hat.
We'll just make him one.
Jesus.
Yes.
Okay, but yes,
So-
absolutely good hit.
Nice, and I'm gonna attack him again.
Go for it, please do.
Give me my thunder.
17 to hit.
17 is going to hit. Yeah, absolutely.
Nice. For 11 damage.
11. Nice. Beautiful.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. That's my turn. I'm all done.
Yeah. Is this a what did you hit it with that greatsword?
Yeah, the great sword.
Yeah. So it was just one each way, almost like giving these parallel strikes across its chest. You can see that the leather harness that was on its chest has basically been sliced through, and it drops to the ground along with the bells. Excellent. Okay, so next up, I believe, Carver, it is you.
Okay. Seeing as Kier is, I assume, within 5 feet of the one that he just attacked, that means I get sneak attack.
Yes, you would, absolutely.
Yay! So
Even
crossbow,
when Rob isn't here, Gil is plagued by the sneak attack.
so okay. What's my bonuses for this? Okay. Oh my god, yes.
Really epic music.
This is great. I
22.
fucking love it.
22 to hit.
It's gonna hit.
Yeah, so that means I get 4d6 plus. Or was that 3d6 specifically? I've never played Rogue before. I don't know how this works.
Check the sneak attack bonus damage. So you add the sneak attack damage to whatever you would normally roll, which would probably be. Are you using a short sword or what?
Hand
rapier?
crossbow.
Ah, yes. Okay. Then it would be. I think a hand crossbow is d6. Or is it d4?
It's 4d6 plus 4. That's what I've got written down here.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it then.
Yeah.
Nice.
4d6 plus 4.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ow.
Okay. So
So you don't need me.
Well, there's 2 more.
Oh.
Oh,
Are
is
they
it
22
coming or are they there yet?
22 damage.
22. Beautiful. All right.
Yeah. Gil,
You
we
you
need
dive to the side. Sorry, as like you sort of see Kier step up and shing shing, you sort of jump to the side and fire over the top of Ronald as he's standing there still trying to conjure something, and boom, this like crossbow bolt goes directly between. You can see it slip between a couple of ribs as it sort of turns backwards and then like goes back to swing. So, unfortunately, it is now going to be one of the other one's turn. And you can see that one almost identical looking reindeer creature or whatever is stepping up to its fellow. And it goes right up to Kier. You've just done some slices, so he's going to go up and start hitting at you, as long as you don't mind. So he's actually going to charge at you.
Ooh.
So as he sort of gets towards you, you just hear this bellow, just and just head down, starts going straight at you. So let's see. Ooh. That's me. So a 17 to hit.
That misses.
It misses.
It misses.
Ooh. Okay.
Nice. What's your fucking AC, mate? That's amazing.
I've got
Probably 18.
yeah, 18. I've got an AC of 18.
Not bad.
Yeah, so
All
as he
right, fair
comes
enough.
in, like, Kier manages to pivot a little and bring his shield in front, which just like just takes the horns.
Yeah. It nearly knocks you backwards. In fact, your shield is just like poof, knocked to the side, but you haven't taken any damage, and it hasn't managed to fully send you flying. Next up, it's, I believe, sorry, just let me double check. Next up, we have Sen. You've seen this extra creature. Oh, no, it's not you. Sorry, it's the one that's been hit lots. This one's angry. This one directly in front of you, Kier, is going to it's going to go for like a reckless act. You can see that it bellows directly in your face, sort of hand coming away from the blood, mixing with the candy cane sort of battle axe that it seems to be holding. And it's going to swing at you again, Kier. That's going to be 2.
Oh,
This one is going to be a
25.
25.
Yeah, 25 will do it.
25 will do it. Okay, wonderful. So that's going to be... Hello. That's a lot.
Don't kill
That's
us before
18
we're there.
points of slashing damage as it steps up and just... poof, this heavy candy cane axe slams into your shoulder and forces you to one knee. And it feels sore. That hurts a lot.
Yeah.
And you think that you may well... This also could be like potentially dangerous in the future, considering like the way that it looks like it's been made is almost like it's been licked into shape.
Oh my
Anyway,
God.
Sen, it is now your turn. These two creatures bearing down on top of your friend here.
Okay, I'm pretty much next to it, right? So
Yes.
yeah, I'm gonna do an unarmed attack
Yeah,
to
go
the
for
one
it.
that's really damaged.
Yeah. Currently, you have advantage against it because it went into sort of a furious rage to try and
Okay.
hit at Kier. So you are able to
24.
have advantage on your attacks.
That's a 24.
It's going to hit.
Okay, and then let me see. I've flurry of blows as bonus action.
Yeah. So what was the damage on the first hit?
Oh, sorry. That's 5.
5 damage.
Yep.
Beautiful. Okay. Good hit.
Actually, wait.
It should be.
does it
I
work?
mean, what's your dex?
No, I want to do something else, but it doesn't do damage, which is stupid. No, I'll do it again. I do flurry of blows.
Yes. Remember, you can use your flurry of blows and have one of them count as like a stunning blow or something like that if you use a key point. I mean, you have to use a
Yeah.
key point for flurry of blows, but just letting you know.
Yeah, right.
It was 5.
Then they're stunned, right?
I mean, if you were, like, it's just an example.
Okay. No, I'll save that, but it's a 21.
21 to hit. Yep. Second attack hits.
Oh, that's a 6. So wait, that's a 10 points of damage. Wait, is
10?
that correct? Wait, flurry of blows. Yeah, 10 points of damage.
Wonderful. You basically step up to this thing and you grab it. You jump, grab it by its antlers and pull it directly down onto your knee. And you feel like one of the bones just as its like chin moves to one side. It sort of sits there with this gormless expression as it sort of looks and sort of grabs at its mouth. You then grab it by the side of the neck and pull it into another strike, actually fully taking the jaw off. As it sort of sits there and stumbles for a second and collapses in a bloody heap onto the ground. Reindeer 1
Yeah, you got the other
out
one?
of commission. Huh?
No, I'm here. You got the other one?
Like, quite bloodied and looking quite pissed off, spits some blood, just looks over and goes, "Yep, As he like bringing his shield back up to fight, getting off his one knee.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so next up, I believe we have. It's not quite Ronald yet.
Oh.
A second red light seems to appear. You see one off in the snow that seems to be bright red. Another one appears directly on Ronald's chest.
My
Ronald?
boy's getting flattened.
Ronald, can I ask you, does a 20 hit your AC?
How far away is Ronald from me? How far away is Ronald from me?
Ronald is quite near you. He's probably about 10 feet away from you.
Ah, shit. No, okay, never mind. I can't do anything.
Oh, can I? Is it the?
Fuck.
Is it the one next to us?
Have you killed my wizard?
No, I just max damaged it.
You might have killed my wizard.
No, wait. Gil, is that the one next to us that wasn't yet
No.
here? Is that
No,
the
it's
other one?
not.
Entirely.
So you are going to take 24 points of piercing damage as all of you hear this, and this shell seems to spin through the air and strike Ronald directly in the chest.
Did you say 24?
Yes.
Unconscious?
Ow! I have 13 left.
I did roll, I could not have rolled higher.
And I barrel roll backwards. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die cool.
Yeah, so this is like a slug that takes you in the chest.
Yeah.
And now as you look off towards the red lights in the distance, you can see this reindeer that's sort of sitting there holding its candy cane like this. And the red light that was on her chest is now gone. On closer inspection, it's pretty obvious that this was a scope.
Yeah.
That was
a laser
on her
sight.
chest.
An IR
Also,
laser.
can we not misgender my fat wizard,
I'm
please?
sorry. But yeah, it was barreled into you. That was painful.
Is it my turn now?
Yes, it is now your turn.
Okay. Immediate reaction. I'm going to do the same thing. Ronald holds his staff. No, Ronald holds his staff like a sort of portable bazooka.
Right.
I take it that this Rudolph was within 120 feet.
Oh yes,
Aren't
definitely.
you down? Sorry, am I getting confused?
No, he's got 13 HP left.
Oh, right.
How do you
okay.
have so many
I was
hit
confused.
points? You're a wizard.
I have 37 in total
How? I have 38.
because
Rolled well.
I
you're the
didn't roll
same.
well. The software rolled well for me.
You'll have the same hit dice. I mean, it's a D8.
Is it?
D8 is it?
D6 for wizard.
Is it D6? Oh
Yeah.
well.
I thought it's
Then you-
less.
Plus, I'm a rock gnome, so I'm fairly hardy.
Yeah,
Okay,
Brock gnomes
that
have
might
that
be it.
benefit. Yeah.
Sure. So what are you doing?
I am going to bazooka him with chill touch.
Chill touch. Okay, sure. What do I need to roll?
I
Is it
need
Constitution saving
to.
throw?
No, it is a. I roll to hit.
Oh, do you? Okay, fair enough.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm getting mixed up with a couple of different ones.
Does. Ooh. Counting.
Intelligence plus proficiency.
Yeah.
On top of whatever you rolled.
So I rolled 13. What's 13 plus 8?
It's high enough, is what it is.
Hitting.
So you hit it. Roll damage, please.
Yeah. That's. Well, that's an 8. And a 7. So that's 15. 20 hit points of damage.
Not bad from chill touch.
I
Pretty
take it
good.
that the target is not undead.
No, it is not.
Well, that's 20 points of necrotic damage.
Wonderful. Yeah, no. Fucking hell. I
So
believe it
you
also
just
stops
see-
it
you
from
just see a-
recovering HP, yes?
You like
Yeah.
sorry?
I believe it also stops him from recovering HP, yes? That's what chill touch does.
Yeah.
Necrotic.
I presume so. It doesn't say so on my little thingy. But you
Oh,
just
okay,
hear
fine.
a harumph, you just hear like a and then
Yeah,
like
so
Oh, it can't
like,
regain hit points
it
until it starts. Okay.
explodes out
So-
of the quarterstaff.
Yeah, and it's kind of like it's like a Sen. You've seen something similar to this. You know, you do a palm strike where you would hit someone with a palm. It's sort of like she shot someone's hand from her staff and it hit this thing in the face, and it was, and it basically just high-fived it on the face, dealing like necrotic damage. Its hand goes to its own face and sort of starts shaking loose whatever effect was just taking place, but it hurt. Wonderful.
What can wizards do as bonus actions?
Fuck all.
Depends what spells you've got.
Walk.
Nothing that doesn't take a one. All of them take an action.
No,
Misty
no, they
Step.
don't. But you may not have taken ones that you need a bonus.
Yeah,
action
all
for.
the ones I've got take an action.
Really.
So
That's what you
that's literally my turn because I
That's
ain't
fine,
moving
that's fine.
anywhere.
You
There's no
can
point.
move a bit if you want.
Okay,
Yeah.
back to the top then. Kier,
8.
standing in front of you is a dead one and one very much undamaged one.
Turning round, looking at, and the undamaged one is the one that tried to gore me with the horns, wasn't it? Or is
Yes.
that the one that successfully did it?
No, the one that's dead is the one that successfully hit. The other one is the one that tried to.
Sort of nice little look back up. Seeing all of this, doing the classic, you're big, fought bigger, and going in for my attacks.
Go for it.
Yeah, let's twat him again.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Does a 18. Oh, that could have been so good. An 18.
Yeah, 18's it's gonna hit. Absolutely.
Nice. That is for. Ooh. What? Hold on.
Confused.
Yeah, sorry. 10 points of.
10 points of damage.
Yeah, 10 points of damage. And second attack.
Good.
Gonna give him a good old twat again. Ah.
Okay.
I think Zach
20.
just came.
20. Beautiful. All right.
yeah.
Fucking deal the damage. Let's
Oh,
go, bud.
It was another 19, and so he gets to be another crit for me. Ah,
All right.
max damage.
Go for
then
it.
At
Max damage plus an extra dice roll.
so 8 plus 3, 11. There, 20. 24 points of
24
damage.
points.
24 slashing damage on the second strike. Oh.
Beautiful. So what happens is as you step forwards into this thing again, it's sort of turning its head one side to the other to sort of get a good look at all of you, you know, because the eyes on the side of the head doesn't let it have a clear vision of anything that's in front. It's something to look side to side, and as it looks one way, you slap it with the back of your sword once, which makes it reel backwards, before you bring the sword around to the back of its leg, and you feel something tear in the back. This thing is leaking blood into the ground, and it
Nice.
seems to be limping slightly.
And as my bonus action, I'm going to second wind, boost myself up. And that's going to be 14. Lovely. That's a whole bunch
All
of
right.
hit points back. Yeah, all sorted. For his second wind, he kind of gets himself going. It literally is like cracks his neck side to side, does the damage, and there's just a quick like that.
Yeah,
gets ready to go.
you sort of managed to crack it. It's like what you call it? You know those like sparklers which you have to crack to get to not
Yeah.
sparklers,
Glow
those glow
sticks.
Glow
sticks.
sticks, yeah.
Those things. It's like a glow stick.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so much better.
Yeah.
And able to move again. Beautiful. So, Carver, you are up next.
Yeah. So which one is looking particularly hurt right now?
Both of them have got a bit of damage. Probably the one that Kier has just sliced up is looking like it's probably taken more damage than the other one. Pretty similar though.
Okay. So
yeah.
I've got 2-weapon fighting, so I can do a normal attack and a bonus action attack with my short swords.
Yes.
Do
So
I
yeah, if you've
also
got
get-
2 of them, you can do that. Yeah.
Do I also have sneak attack if I just go for the one that's nearby Kier?
I believe so, but it's just double checking. Is a short sword counted as light and or finesse? Yes, it is.
Light,
it's both of those
yeah.
things. So. Yeah, then you can definitely do that.
Okay, so first attack will be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is going to hit.
So then 19 damage.
19, good hit.
Oh, sorry, +4. Yeah, 23. 23 damage. Second attack.
Yep.
This is without my +4 bonus, but it's still sneak attack.
Yeah. No, you won't get sneak attack on this one. You only get it on the first attack of the round.
Ah, shit. Okay, never mind.
First time you hit.
That is still a 26.
Yeah, well, that's definitely gonna hit. Wait, what?
I've got a +7 modifier.
Fuck me. All right, fair enough. Go for it. +7 to Dex.
At least I've got expertise.
Fuck. All right, go on then. Yeah, please.
That is 2 points of damage.
2 points of damage. Excellent. So this thing is looking pretty beaten up now. It's been slashed at the back of the hamstrings, and all these little cuts all over from the short swords, and it's sort of slightly tripping over itself and its fallen brethren. So next up, I believe it is going to be the one that you've just hit's turn. This one, feeling that it's sort of getting hurt, lets out another bestial roar, and it sort of grabs towards Carver, and it's going to try and slice at you. So let's see.
Carver's next to me, right? That's where, because we are in the same little spot.
Yeah, both of you are there.
Excellent. Yeah. I would like to use my reaction to take my shield, push it over, and impose disadvantage on this guy for his attack on Carver.
Okay, well then you give it a straight roll rather than disadvantage. Yeah. So let's take the first one, which I believe brings it to... That's a 16 to hit?
That does hit.
Okay, good. So then that's going to be a juicy one. All right, not as high as it was on Ronald, but that's going to be 18 points of damage as this thing sort of uppercuts you. It sort of goes for a slice at you. The shield comes up. It doesn't quite manage to get that full slice, but instead it just rams the sort of the main shaft of it into your chin as you sort of buckle backwards under the blow.
Do I get an opportunity attack since we're all in the same space?
No, you won't get an opportunity attack. That's only if it moves out of the way.
But it moved, right?
It attacked. It didn't run away.
It didn't move towards Carver.
No, he was there as well.
Yeah, they're just next to each other. Yeah.
He just attacked with his short swords.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're all in that little space.
Okay,
so yeah. Okay, wonderful. So that was good little hit by him there. We're then going on to Sen. It is now your turn.
I'm picking up one of those sticks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm using it as a weapon, but I'm doing it a bit more theatrical. I basically put it in the ground and then lift myself, and while I fly through the air, I'll hit it with it.
Okay, so this is what would count as a great weapon. So as a monk, I do not believe that you are proficient with it. You can definitely do so, but you don't add your proficiency to the roll when you attack with it. And I don't believe you add your modifier. Yeah, so you'll need to use your strength for this. So yeah, if you would like to roll an attack using your strength, but without proficiency.
18 plus 2, 20.
18 plus 2. Yeah, well, it's going to hit. So that's going to be a D12 plus your strength.
I never roll D12. Well, that's cocked. I'm not rolling on there. That's not much better. 4. That sucks.
4 in total?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But yeah, you managed to hit this thing. It looks a bit pissed off that you've taken its friend's stick, though.
Bonus action. I'm throwing that bullshit away and use also chill touch. No, is it called chill touch? Yeah.
You have chill touch?
Yeah, I took a feat, so I have some spells.
Oh, I see.
I'm a human.
Okay. Got you. Okay, got you. Okay, go for it. As a bonus action, you can't cast chill touch.
I can't?
No, that is an action.
Bonus. It says bonus.
Oh.
Not as chill touch is definitely an action.
Okay, never mind. Then I will just attack it again, because that I can do as a monk.
You can definitely do that. Yeah, no, chill touch is it takes one action to cast.
Okay, that's 22, and that's my normal.
22 to hit. It's gonna hit, yeah.
And that's 6 damage.
6 damage. Wonderful. Okay. So.
And
Good
with
hit,
my
yeah.
movement, can I stand in front of Ronald to act as a shield?
Why would you want to?
I think most of you are already right in the way. Unless you wanted to move away and take an opportunity attack, you would probably just have to sort of slightly shift yourself. You can't do too much to get in the way.
Okay.
Do your best.
Nice.
We'll see how it works.
Wait. Okay, question. Just for the mechanics. If there's an opportunity attack and it attacks me, I can defend myself, right?
Unless you've got a specific skill that allows you to, not really.
I can do deflect missiles.
Yeah, if someone fires a shot at you, yes, but that's like a fist isn't a missile or
Okay.
an axe isn't a missile.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
No worries.
So I'm just shifting slightly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just sort of trying to sort of get the attention of this creature. All right, wonderful. So it is now going to be this thing already attacked, so then it's going to be the other one. You hear a and then another red dot this time appears. It was closest. It was probably going to either be. Let's see. I'm going to roll a d6. 1 or 2 is Carver. 3 or 4 is Kier. 5 or 6 is Sen. It's a 6. Sen.
Yeah. Hit me.
A red dot appears on your chest. You did what you wanted to. You got in the way of the shot. So
It's a shot.
That you could deflect as a missile.
Exactly.
Yeah, this missile you can
yeah.
deflect.
So that's going to be an 18. What are you doing?
Can I deflect missile?
Yes, you can. How does it work?
Exactly. As a reaction, my damage reduces by 1d10 plus dex plus your monk level.
All right.
Yo.
And I could use it to attack. But
I mean,
have
if you
to
can.
invest
Yeah.
a key point, I think, right?
Invest a key
Okay,
point to
so let's-
deflect it at something. Yeah.
Okay. 12, 20, 16 points of damage. So how much is that? How much of that are you taking off?
Wait, that would be 1d10. 1 sec. Do I have to roll that?
Yep.
Yeah. So you roll your d10. You add however much it is.
6 plus
be
dex is 4 is 10 plus my monk level is 5, so 15 off.
Okay, so you take 1 point of piercing damage. You don't manage to fully catch it. If you fully reduced it to 0, then you would have been
Okay.
able to catch it and throw it back.
Okay.
But what you do notice is that when you catch it, it sort of drives you back a step, and you're sort of left holding the splinters of what almost looks like a shiny ball. Half of it has exploded against you and dealing that damage. The sort of shrapnel is what has done the damage. Okay. So,
Hollow point baubles? Do you have
Anyway,
hollow point
the round.
baubles? Sorry, it's just clicked in my
It
head.
took him a while, but we got there.
Here.
Yes. Right. Again. How
Here, can you use
messed up
that stick? I can't use it, but can you?
the stick? Which stick's that?
The magic stick, which I can't wield because I'm a monk.
Oh, I think I can. Yeah. What is it? It's
Great weapon.
Great weapon.
It's basically a great axe.
Oh, I can definitely use that.
Yeah, you could probably use a great axe if you wanted.
Yeah. Can I use the great axe? Can I just?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick that bitch up and I'm gonna sink it right into this thing's fucking face. I'm not happy.
All right, go for it.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Where are we in the round?
No, Ronald
There's
is
2 left.
first.
Oh, sorry, I skipped you. Sorry, Ronald, it's your turn. Very sorry.
That was not your fault. Zach.
You just look.
So small, we forgot he was there.
Yeah. It was just his little legs were kicking in the air, and everyone else was sort of flinging themselves about. Anyway, on you go.
Right. Hang on.
The problem with wizards, you spend the whole round planning, and then you're like, oh wait, do I really want to use that? Then you have to go through all your spells again.
Yeah.
I continue to hoogity boogity. At the one that's closest to us.
Yes, of course.
And I'm going to hoogity boogity phantasmal force.
Nice.
Okay.
And
All
I am
right.
going to create an image of Santa Which is essentially me, but taller and with a different hat.
A weird-looking Santa.
Do you want
Me
it
is
to
me
look
is
like...
Ronald the fat bearded man, not me as in me.
No, I get this. Do you want it to look like what Santa Claus looks like in this universe, or do you want it to look like your interpretation of Santa?
This universe is Santa Claus.
Okay. You only know stories of what Santa Claus looks like, but you know that you can create an image to this creature. I don't think you'll be able to see it.
It roots in the mind of the one creature I can see.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it
So
has to
you
make
can't
an
see it.
intelligence saving throw.
You can't see it, but it can.
Yes.
So yeah. So
to everyone else, it looks like an old fat man in the snow doing this.
Like before.
Okay.
And like it's just afraid of my fingers.
It's just every time you do that, I just imagine him going skiggity biggity buggity boogity biggity buggity boogity biggity buggity boogity biggity buggity.
Close, but more like fat man pretending to be a wizard.
Why did
okay.
we take him?
Hey, it's working. I ain't questioning it.
You create
Okay.
something similar, but yes. So it fails its intelligence saving throw. I'm pretty
Nice.
sure. So yeah, that will during its turn that will take effect.
So it thinks that we are being protected by Santa, and per turn, it causes 1d6 damage.
Okay.
Um,
1d6 damage per turn.
And it can also inflict certain creatures, certain conditions upon the creature, depending on the illusion. But that's up to the DM's discretion.
Yes, I've got it up here, so I'll figure it out.
Yep. Nice.
Don't worry.
I was just happy that I learned a spell.
Yeah. No, absolutely. You're not sure if it's worked yet, but the rest of you see that this reindeer, like as it's sort of turning back and forth, you will just breathing through it. It turns over to one side and looks over your shoulders for a second. You just see it goes, and sort of arms go by its side, and it backs off very slightly. It's on the back foot. All right, so back to the top.
Was that
Here.
a pun?
What?
It's on the back foot.
No. Kier, your turn.
Right. So was that the one that I was fighting that's now backed
Yes.
off? Yeah. Oh,
It's not backed off, but it is like sort of as if it's sort of leaned backwards and is sort of slightly looking upwards.
how messed up does he look?
Pretty fucking messed up.
Cool. I'm gonna finish him off then with the great axe.
Go for it.
He just flicks the the long sword into the ground, lodging it in the ice, just like a dumph into
Is
the
it
thing.
great sword or is it a long sword?
Long sword, sorry, to clarify.
Okay, so that's 1d10 damage each turn rather
Yes.
than 2d6. Just
Yeah.
double checking.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. So the long sword dumph goes down, picks up the great axe, and is like, nice dump. And so with this massive candy cane great axe, I'm gonna slice this bitch up.
Go for it, please. You have advantage on this attack because it used its equivalent of reckless attack.
Yeah, nice.
Yes.
Okay, that is not great. Where my advantage? That's an actual 20, not a 19.
For fuck's sake, stop critting these.
Yahoo!
Okay,
Woo-hoo!
so that'll be, it's a d12, so d12, and then you get a max 12 plus another d12.
Okay, and I add strength to this one, isn't it? Yeah.
You add strength, yes.
Yes, that's +4. So that's an 11. So 11 plus 4, 15. 15 plus 12, 27. 27 damage with this great action.
Nice.
So you just sort of like pick it up. Slice directly. You feel this sort of great axe go, and it goes down halfway down into its rib cage, and it's sort of, you see this sort of peeling away as before it just sort of collapses down onto like both knees, looks up at whatever it is seeing in its own time, and then falls on like completely unconscious to the side.
Oh,
I'm high-fiving
perfect.
here. Nice.
Yep. As you high five, it's his shield, so it's high shield. Dunk.
High shield.
Okay,
Okay,
nice.
I did not
Nice.
get the shield then.
And
Beautiful.
then I'm gonna come round and attack this last one, and I'm going straight.
It is
up on its
further.
leg. Oh,
You'll need to
okay.
run at it.
I'm gonna run at it then, and I'm gonna twat it.
Yeah, so this thing is about keeping itself about 40 feet away, so you probably can't get to it in one round. Because it's got a gun. It ain't keeping close.
Ooh. I can do something.
Go on then.
I am going to action surge to then take the dash action that enables me to do a bonus action attack as I have the charger feat. And so I am going to charge this thing, allowing me to move an additional 10 feet. So I am going to charge at this thing, just full strength, just doof, doof, doof. You know that meme of the police officer from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatball? It's just like,
Flint Lockwood.
Flint Lockwood. But this time with a shield and an axe, does a full jump and is dropping this axe down into this thing.
If you do have the axe out, you cannot have your shield out as well.
Great. Well, I'm just going to drop the shield where I was so that I can get this axe into this fucker. So
wonderful. Currently, your AC is 2 lower then. Just remember that if you're using this axe. But yeah, go for it. Absolutely.
Okie dokie. That is a 18 to hit.
Yeah, it's going to hit.
Beautiful.
Gil was like, I should have said 60 feet.
No. This was the correct amount. Like, I was thinking I could have done, but also massive blizzard. Can't see that far.
Yeah.
14 points of slashing damage, that is, as I just...
This thing starts, almost leaps backwards. Its glowing nose just sort of slightly blinds you, and you're not able to quite get that critical strike that you would usually love to get. But it sort of slightly sidesteps, and this graze across its chest appeared, just sort of like from the shoulder down to the armpit. Not a huge dent in it, but it's certainly enough to make it wary. All right, next up, I believe it is going to be Sen. Seeing
cover.
this... Sorry?
Cover?
Cover?
Carver.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, of course. My apologies. Carver, you are next.
Okay, so that's the last reindeer, right?
There's one more, yes.
Okay. I reckon I'm too far away for... Wait, is it too far away from me?
To do what?
Let's just run up, essentially.
40 feet,
you
said,
probably can't quite make it up to there. I'm afraid.
Fair enough, then.
You
crossbow.
could probably get close enough to then crossbow it, yeah.
Yep, crossbow. And sneak attack? Question mark?
Yes, you would get this on the first attack of the turn. And Kier is next to it, so you definitely would.
Ew, no, that won't hit. That's an 8.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, that is not going to hit.
Nah.
Okay. Fortunately, that one, yeah. My apologies. But there's always next time, you know?
Yeah.
So, this time, Sen, is now your turn. You see this exploding bauble held in your hands, Kier and Carver directly in sort of combat with this thing. And it's roughly about 45 feet from you.
I mean, I have a speed of 40, I could reach it. But I want to try Chill Touch, since I got inspired by our wizard.
Sure.
I want to try this, so I'm using...
Absolutely.
I'm using that, throwing it away.
Absolutely, yeah. So diving to the side, you start moving towards it and fire this off. Can you please roll to hit?
19.
And what is your
22.
spellcasting?
Yeah, plus 3 it says with Chill Touch, so 22.
22. Wonderful. Yeah, it's going to hit.
Sorry. 8 points of damage.
8. Wonderful. Beautiful. Okay, good hit. It reels back as this hand strikes into its chest. Ronald.
Is it not its turn?
Wait.
Oh, you're right. It is.
No, wait.
Unless then, yes.
I can still have my movement, correct? And do a second
You can still
attack.
move. Yeah. Were you moving? I thought you said you were moving closer.
Yeah, you said I'm moving closer, so I have a speed of 40, so I should be there.
Yeah, you can get up to it
Can I do a
if you
second
want.
attack now? Unarmed?
No, if you've cast Chill Touch, then
Okay.
you don't get a... So
I
like
know.
a second attack would come if you make the first attack. So like
Okay,
your action
so
has to
I
be
can
all of the
basically
attacks.
not mix spells and
No.
attacks. Okay.
No, basically.
Well, I'm still over there, so.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
perfect. Yes, so it is now going to be the red-nosed one's turn. You can see that it sort of takes its gun and it sort of like throws it over its shoulder, reaches down into its sides, and pulls out these two swords.
Oh.
And Carver, you were directly next to it, and it's going to start slicing at you.
Yep.
First attack. It's going to be a 22 to hit.
Reaction uncanny dodge to take half of whatever the fuck this is going to be.
Okay. It's going to be 10 points of damage halved down to 5 then.
Woo! I'm not doing good.
Second attack with its other short sword. Oh, this one's not going to be so good. This one's only going to be a 13 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
Okay, so this one slices and misses. What look like smaller candy canes come darting towards your throat. One of them you just manage to slightly dodge out of the way as it gives a slight line of blood inside of your neck. The other one just misses completely. All right, this time, Ronald. There's one left.
I'm gonna try and do chill touch again, just because I didn't
Okay.
realize how cool that was, and it's a ranged attack, so I didn't have to move anywhere near it.
No, you don't need to, no.
That is again 13 plus 8 to hit.
To hit? Okay, nice. So it's
and
2d8 for
yeah.
the damage on this one.
it's an 8 and an 8.
Okay, 16 points of damage.
Do I? I don't add modifiers to that, do I?
No, you do not.
Nah, 16. Oh.
Not bad at all. All right. Again, this thing is getting chill touched all over the place. I mean, makes sense in context. Anyway,
So, no, that's gonna haunt you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
you're touching this.
Yeah. Oh, hey,
The
I ain't
only
complaining.
person who's okay with that is Zach.
Also, just to point out the craftsmanship on this picture. If you look at it, you can see that it's like lovely and hairy, and specifically, it's even got a little bit of hair around the nibs.
Nice.
Oh.
Beautiful.
We didn't need to know that.
Thank my flatmate
We
Emily
did.
for that.
Please, thank you, Emily. Shout
Thank
out
you.
to Emily
Yes.
I'll
for
make sure she
putting up
knows.
with
Oh my
Gil
God.
more than anything else.
I didn't ask for hairy nipples. She just like that was an
That's a
artistic
given.
touch.
But you did
Anyway.
ask her to draw a man deer.
No, I didn't. I'll explain the full story behind it later. But anyway, so next up is going to be back at the top here. This thing's just slicing away at Carver.
Right. Okie dokie. Well, I'll do my regular thing and I'll attack it.
Go for it, please do.
Oh dear. 14.
14.
hit.
That does hit.
Nice. And that'll be for slightly less impressive, but for 8 damage.
8 damage.
Yep.
Wonderful. This thing is looking pretty damn hurt. Was this with the great axe? Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, this thing is hurting. It's got slices covering it all over the place. It's like it's been severely touched.
Stop, Gil, please.
Oh, Gil.
Carry on. It's all right. Just ignore me.
You're the DM. That's kind of hard. So
Okay.
next, so next attack is a 16, so that'd be a hit, and lovely. That is a little bit better. Plus the 4, that'll be 13.
13.
Yeah, 13 points of damage.
This thing is very hurt. It sort of stumbles backwards as it sort of like reaches down to the ground for the gun that was next to it. But Carver, you get in before it. What are you
My
doing?
turn. Okay, so short swords away, 2 daggers, which are literally candy cane shanks.
Nice.
Hey!
Candy
Going,
shanks.
going for both sides of the neck. Do I get a sneak attack?
You do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Both sides of the neck.
Like
It's like you're treating it like a cob of corn.
It's like a Christmas Frankenstein.
Oh yeah.
no, I'm going in like this way, like
Going for the
down
jugular,
here.
going down between the collarbones.
Yeah.
Have it. Have it.
Okay, so two attacks. One of them won't have sneak attack. Obviously.
The first one to hit will have sneak attack.
Yep. So the first one to hit will be 22 to hit.
It's gonna hit. Please roll damage.
Yes.
So that'll be the D4 plus whatever extra D4s you use. Basically, a lot of D4s.
Oh yeah, shit, D4s.
Or
Wrong
D6.
dice.
Well, no, it'll be D4 for the dagger and then D6 for the sneak attack.
Ah, I see. Yeah. Okay, so that is 5, 11, 12, 16 damage overall for that one.
Oof. Yeah, go for it.
And second one is, I'm not sure if this matters at all, but it 14 to attack.
14 hits.
Plus 1d4. That is 2 damage.
18
Wonderful.
in total.
So this thing, you just sort of sheathe the swords down by your side, and you sort of get like your fingers in between like the sort of the crooks of both of these candy canes and go. They sort of flick around your fingers before you grab them and just into either side of its neck. You've sort of jumped up and wrapped your legs around its waist as it topples backwards with you on top of it, and it just stops, lying back on the floor, completely unmoving.
I always thought those things were spooky as fuck.
Sure. Are we having a quick pee break?
I think we will. But guys, combat is over. So for now, you managed to topple these 3 deer-headed creatures, and we will probably go for a break in just a minute once Zach is able to put us into one. But until he gets back, what we'll say is that you guys can roll a quick investigation to see if you can find anything lying around, or even a perception check, whichever you prefer.
I go perception. 18.
18?
11.
Okay.
30-20.
Oh,
Dirty 20. All right. So the 3 of you, as you sort of start wading through these things' possessions, they've not got much on them. The only things that you can really find on them are these leather harnesses that look like they could be attached to something at the back. And
Kinky.
I like it.
Anyway, and but the one thing that that you do notice is that each of them seem to have a slight blipping light. It's not bright, but it seems to be at about where the collar is, and it's just going.
Wise man, do you think we should take those and pretend we're them?
Sorry, wise man, do you mean me?
Obviously.
Well, of course. You took the words out of my mouth. You just spoke quicker than I did. It's an excellent idea. I think it's a very good idea.
Wonderful. Yeah, I mean, so they're pretty easy to remove.
I don't.
Do
one
I-
question. When we put them on, will we turn into those creatures?
Are you asking me?
No, I'm looking at the wise man.
All right.
You learn nothing without taking risks.
Well, we'll see if they turn back if we take them off.
All right.
Do I know anything about these things? Like,
you've
in
heard
my time in
tell.
service.
If you'd like to roll me a history check, please.
Okay.
Oh, I'm proficient in history.
You are, but you have not had insider knowledge about this place.
This is true.
16.
16. Yeah, you've heard something about this. So you know of the reindeer of Saint Nick, the ones who drag the sleigh around the world. These things were, you hear, originally reindeer, but through the sort of tamperings with magics and technology have become whatever they are now.
So given our position, would that mean we're nearby?
You don't think that they would be patrolling anywhere that was too far away from the workshop itself.
Yeah.
But
Carver, you look. I mean, I can try to do a medicine check on. I can try to use bandages and wrap you up a bit, but I can't really heal you. You look really damaged, so.
I'll be fine.
You sure? Should we take a short rest?
I'm not sure we've got the time.
Can I do a medicine check
on who?
on Carver?
I would do
What
one too.
What are you wanting to check for?
Just vague stabilization. You know.
You can roll me a medicine check.
Yeah.
Me too.
You can roll one.
10.
Yeah, he's got some wounds.
Can I try to fix a bandage him with my bandages?
You can roll a medicine check for me.
Dirty 20.
All right. You know that he is injured.
Okay, great.
Unfortunately, you don't really have the expertise or the equipment. The bandages that you've got on are more like hand wraps.
Yeah.
And they're pretty sweaty. You don't think it would really help much.
All right.
Unfortunately.
It's all right. It's cold.
Sorry.
That'll mask the pain. I've done worse.
That's the part in school where I didn't listen.
All right. So what we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to take a very brief biology break. You know, taking pee, taking some water, taking a snack, whatever you need. Yep. And we'll be back in about 15 minutes.
Excellent.
Perfect. Right. In a minute, guys. Goodbye.
live again. Hello,
Wonderful.
everyone.
Yeah.
Hello back, everyone. So if you've missed what is going on, essentially, 4 people have decided to ruin Christmas for the big jolly fat man known as Saint Nick, who has basically become Jeffrey Bezos and has seized the
Saint
means of
Nick
production.
or Saint Nickel?
I don't know. So basically, he sees the means of production and the money that comes with compound interest, having basically living forever, has made him a rather rich and a bit of a snarky and reclusive individual now, owning most of the wealth and distribution powers that be. They dropped into the middle of the North Pole, snuck up on some reindeer that had the torsos of buff chads, proceeded to murder them, and now have some flashing collars.
I would like to inspect the collars real quick.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
These, like,
I
tracking
have
devices.
Could you
proficiency
make-
in tinkering tools, so I
Wonderful.
might
Yeah, so
be able
if
to
you
figure some
can-
stuff out.
I'd say that's probably with dexterity if you're sort of trying to figure out, like, reverse engineer it. So you can either give me an Arcana check to figure it out, or you can give me your Tinker tools using dexterity. So that means your dex
Yep.
score plus proficiency.
Oh, okay. I rolled a 16, so Dex is +4 is 20 plus proficiency is 23 in total.
23. Okay. So as you sort of start tinkering with this thing, you sort of turn it over a few times and realize that this is, it's sort of like a proximity device. That's, if you ever used like those cars that when you get inside and you're holding the key, the car can start?
Yep.
It's similar to this in that it's probably something that like, it interacts with a locking mechanism when it's brought near it.
It's a geotag.
Yeah, sure. I don't really know what that is, but I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, it's a device that the two parts interact, recognizing that it's friendly code. They click off
Yes.
each other, opens the door. Yeah, geotag.
That's what it is. Yes.
Great.
Ah.
So, this is that. That's a mechanical part. Does
That's
anyone
gonna
of you know
So
if this is magical too? So, not that we are all of a sudden reindeers. I mean, can anyone, like, figure out what this is?
Oh no, Ronald.
Click-
Ronald! Like, again, raises his voice a bit. Goes, Ronald! Like, and also, by the way, yeah, being a tad obnoxious when he's trying to, like, raise his voice to make sure, like, can you have a little look and see if this is magical for us?
Where did you get a mince
Put away
pie?
the food! Oh my god, Ronald, you're
Yeah.
eating the whole time.
Yeah, it's a
Constantly
Louise,
shovel it down.
Ronald.
It's a
Ronald
nervous
has a
original.
little pocket in his cloak, and it's
Yeah.
just full of mince pies, and he casts prestidigitation on each one to keep it warm.
Nice.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ronald, if you want to look at this collar, you can roll me an Arcana check to see if it's magical, if you can understand anything about it.
I could just detect magic.
You could do that, and it would probably tell you if it was magical or not.
Well, no, I'll do the check first.
Okay,
I'll do an Arcana check, because if that
Sure.
works, I won't need to use a spell slot.
sure.
16.
Okay. Looking at this, you think there might be a magical element. You can't tell exactly what it does, but it doesn't seem like it's
Can I tell the
particularly
family
powerful.
of magic?
Not from that. You can tell that it is marginally magical, and that it's not particularly powerful.
Oh,
It wouldn't have a massive effect.
this is all fine, all fine, all fine. Carry on, carry on.
So, Sen, you say it's some sort of like geotag thing. Could this work as a key to open doors to get into the
Oh,
workshop?
yes. I'm sure it could. I'm sure it could.
I'm just nodding, like, yeah.
Are you gonna keep all of those to yourself, or are you gonna let
No,
someone else have
no.
it?
I'd say everyone has one. Oh,
Oh, yes,
We're talking
there's,
about the mince pies, I think.
there's
My
plenty,
voice-
there's plenty.
My
Like
voice
a
is
pocket.
shifted.
You know, you get it into a dimensional pocket. It's basically just that little
Oh.
sleeve, and it's just like
No,
filled with mince
no,
pies.
it's not. It's not. It's just a giant pocket that he has sewn in himself with different coloured stitching, and it's just full of mince pies, and they've all got a little bit of fluff on them.
Oh.
Lint
Because
pocket
I-
mince pie.
Kia
I
takes
brought-
one, but needs the heat is like, fucking hell, I'm so fucking cold, shit. Just the heat.
Like I cast prestidigitation on them all so that the food's warm.
I brush off
I
the
grab one
lint.
too.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. You all have a nice mince pie.
I'm really sad that these aren't actually
Thank
warm.
you.
I've literally just opened the packet. I have another packet down here as well.
Okay. Aside from the mince pies.
Anyway,
I'll,
Yes.
in the meantime, I use the mage hand again to pull down the rope because it keeps on doing this.
my voice has
Yeah.
fucking shifted from
from
Carver into another character that I play. Very posh, posh old man.
Yeah.
Posh old Lord Barbarian.
Oh, I see. Sorry, Sen, you mentioning a rope? Robe. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right.
From Ronald, so it's not blowing up Maryland stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Kia sort of speaks up and says, well, I don't know about you guys, but I reckon we should probably get moving. And seeing as this
Yeah.
looks
It
like
is
some
pretty
sort of
cold.
interacting device, I think we should be all right getting inside with it. It might hopefully open up the area to us.
Just a quick question. We're a bunch of idiots. The cleric was supposed to come with us, but we didn't take any health potions, and we got damaged really bad already. So how are you guys doing? Do we need a short rest? I know we don't have time, but
I mean, you could take a short rest if you want.
Yeah,
But
I
dig
think
yourself into a bit of a hollow and get away from the worst of the wind.
Oh, I have a healing potion.
I have a tent.
where to have people stuff from? I want stuff too.
Yeah.
You get starting items.
Yeah,
I didn't
starting
prepare
items,
for-
starting equipment.
I didn't
yeah.
prepare for that. I
I've
just thought
never
we'd be
gotten
in-
a healing
We'd be
potion.
like in and
I-
out.
No, there's no healing potions.
I Ronald myself. I forgot I had something.
What have you got? I don't think they've got healing potions, but what have you got, Ronald?
I think I have a healing potion, don't I?
Well, from.
I don't know why you would.
Not in the
I think I
starting
might have just
equipment.
added it and so Ergo won't notice.
No, because if you say you use a healing potion, I'll be like, where the fuck did you get a healing potion from?
So,
We found it.
yeah,
Was
Those,
there
those
any
things
on
cost
the...
like
let's take a
those
short
things cost
rest.
like 50 gold. Like
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like I say, I've got a tent for my starting equipment, so I can like. It's a two-man tent, so we're gonna have to very awkwardly huddle like people into this thing.
It's pretty cold.
Yeah,
Ronald's pretty small.
Ronald's pretty small.
Ronald is not small. Ronald is as wide as he is tall. Ronald is spherical.
A square.
Wonderful,
Bowling
wonderful.
ball.
Yeah.
Well, he'll be good for using for warmth. He'll keep the inside of the tent nice and warm for us.
But yeah, guys, if you want to take a short rest, we absolutely
Yeah.
can.
yes, please.
Go for it.
I can regain all of my spell slots so far because I've only used I think I've actually only
One.
used the one spell.
Yeah, you've used one.
Yeah, and because of arcane recovery, I can yeah.
Yeah, you
There's
can
no
get it
point.
back.
There's no point doing one hit point, right? It could be the hit point, but
You never know.
I can't get
yeah,
temporary
you
hit
took-
points from that, right?
Huh?
I can't get temporary hit points if I'm rolling a hit die now.
No.
Okay.
No.
No. Well, don't murder me.
I promise absolutely nothing.
I know. It would be sad. I like this character. But to be honest, I'd rather keep Kara.
That's fair. It's fair.
I have to use all of my hit die.
Yeah, you can use all of them.
Okay, I've used all of my hit die.
Perfect.
I am still not back to max health.
That's fine.
what?
Don't worry. You've got some health back though.
I use one, since I don't think we'll do another short rest. There we go.
Wonderful. Have you guys gotten healed up?
Yep.
Yep. Yep, I'm healed
Yeah.
up. Oh,
Wonderful.
Rolled,
got
but,
my
I
abilities
mean,
back, thank God.
Back
So-
up to
Pointless.
25 hit points.
Sweet. So, you guys strike out again after the tent is packed up. It's not exactly been the most comfortable break, but it's been enough to heal up to some extent. And you march out into the snow again. As you step outside of the tent, you can see that many of the three corpses that are now laying on the ground are slowly being covered in a drift of snow themselves.
Question.
You
Are we
walk-
carrying the collars so they are not blinking, like hiding them first, or what are we doing?
They weren't overtly obvious over a distance. from when you were looking at them before. They're very small. If you imagine like LEDs.
Okay,
more
so
than
everyone
anything else.
has one right now.
Well, there's only 3.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, there's 3 reindeer.
For some reason, I thought there were 4. Weird.
So marching on through, you walk for maybe about 20, 30 minutes, and it is bitingly cold. But after a small amount of time, the 4 of you, staring off into the distance, see a flickering of light. Not the same as the one that you saw before, but more of an orange glow. You see this much longer before you see the actual structure itself. What appears to be a cabin. A log cabin. It's not huge. It seems to be single story, and it seems to be, roughly the size of a small house. It's not enormous, but it's the only different structure you have seen the entire time you've been here.
Very
Warm glow seems to be
interesting.
coming from a window.
Would I know anything about this?
You could certainly roll me a intelligence check.
Would that be
Okay.
history?
Make a guess. Huh?
History, would it be?
Either way, it's plus
Maybe.
1.
Yeah. Roll me something like that.
Roll
10.
something.
10. It's a log cabin. It's maybe someone lives in it. It's in the North
Could be
Pole.
TARDIS situation.
Can I go? Can I sort of look at the others? Pop my sort of weapon back and just sort of gesture for them to stay. I want to sneak up to this thing and I want to have a little look through one of the windows.
Sure thing. Ronald.
How deep is the snow?
It's pretty deep. Most of it's compacted down or frozen over, so you're able to walk on the top of it.
Oh, I was going to give comedy there. In which case, how much of the snow am I covered by?
Depends how long
height?
you stand still.
I got a 14 on my stealth.
14. Okay, sure thing.
And I want to sort of peek from the not looking directly into the window. I'm beside one, getting a little peek before I do a full turn of just anything that's immediately around the window.
Wonderful. So, as you sort of stare in through this window, you see that there's immediately something slightly off about the image in front of you. It moves like a 3D image. But it's like if you imagine you would see a screen from a distance, it would look like that it was real, but as you get closer, it's pretty obvious that it's not quite real. Things don't move in the foreground and the background as they should. This is almost like a projected image or an illusion over the top of the window. But from what you can see with the image is that it is a warm cabin inside. You can see that there is a blazing fire off to one side, thick armchair, and you can just see there is tinsel and lights and everything all over the place.
I'm going to retreat back to the others, and I'm going to say, right, so I had a little look through the window and looked alright, looked pretty nice in there, but I'm pretty sure that's illusory of some kind. This is a cover for something.
My school.
Yes.
These
yes,
are my
Ronald.
expertise, good man. Allow me to disperse the illusionment on your blind eyes.
We may not need to do that, Ronald, but I do
I
very much
paused
appreciate
midair and
just a pause of the
very well.
and
Okay.
looks
If
at the
you
others
do
and
not
says,
need my services, I will be over here.
So what are we thinking? Hidden entrance underneath or nothing at all?
I'm thinking that those little bleepers there might unlock. I feel this is an entrance, and this is
Okay.
my gut feeling, but I feel like this is an entrance, and I feel like those things might interact with it if we take them close.
Just for funsies, I'm rolling a snowball and throwing it against it. What happens?
With one of these things
Against-
in, or just...
No, a snowball. I just want to see
Against
if it goes through
the
the
door?
illusion.
The door of this thing, or where?
Isn't the whole thing an illusion?
No, the window was.
Yeah.
So what was inside? What you could see in the window was an illusion.
Inside of.
Yeah, the
So
inside.
the
looks like-
actual building.
Yeah, there's
is
still a building
Cabin's
there.
real.
Yeah, the cabin's
Oh.
cabin's
Okay,
real,
never
but when I
mind.
looked through the window, it looked fake inside the window. So yeah, I'm thinking if we head up to that door, one of these bleepers, it might be a key. We'll take your thoughts on that, though.
What if we break a window?
I mean, it'd make a statement. I'll give you that.
I wouldn't advise doing that. It might set off an alarm.
But if the door opens, that's like not obvious. That's some.
Well, no, because it's being unlocked by a mechanism that was put in place to unlock the door.
Might.
Breaking a window would cause too much of a ruckus, I think.
Young human,
Yeah.
did you try knocking?
Why do we knock? Either we
could
surprise them, we distract them, or go.
I shall knock.
I think whatever happens if
To,
we,
like wobble to the
whatever
door.
happens if we unlock the door and
How
there's
about
someone
we
in
unlock
there,
it
we're gonna get
first?
spotted anyway.
And then you knock, and then.
Okay, do you know what? If I can take one of these things, I will go with Ronald and try and see if I can use one of these things to unlock the door as he goes to knock to see if I can unlock it first. And if not, I'm letting him knock.
Okay. In the meantime, I'm trying to climb up to the roof and hang over the door, just in case.
Ah, nice.
Okay. So, sorry, can I get you to repeat that? So you're walking up with the collar,
Yeah.
to see if it opens or to pick the lock, and the other people are sort of crowding around to have a look.
I'm going up to the roof and hanging from a top, so just in case I can bounce down if something is attacking.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
So
If something
And-
comes out of the door, she literally gets the drop on it.
Yay!
yeah, following. Got you. So yeah. So Kier, as you wander up with the thing, you can see that there is a similarly bleeping sort of light up at the just above the handle of this door, the doorknob, and it seems to sort of both of them sort of light a solid green rather than flashing as you get near.
Does that open the door?
I will try and open the door then. Is it with the flash?
As you do this, I shove the rest of the mince. Ronald shoves the rest of the mince pie in his mouth and like leans back to knock with his staff.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna open the door as you lean to do that. Does it open?
It does.
Yeah.
It knows a wizard.
Yeah. So you grab onto the door and you pull. A sudden burst of wind like blows into the space, but it quickly shuts off. Looking inside, the inside does not look anything like the view that you had from outside the window. Instead of this warm interior, it's almost metallic, shiny, like the lobby of like a hotel. You've got this sort of almost like postbox type thing going across the side from the numbers 1 to 12. And then down the steps, it seems to peel off in two directions.
We're back in
it is
Gil's
simply-
horror house.
Yeah, quite metallic, sort of almost marble in a lot of places.
Yeah,
Fancy.
right. It's the exact same as his horror house for the charity
It's not
stream.
carpeted and it's not dark. It's quite well lit.
Yeah, but it has numbers.
Oh god.
Oh,
yeah.
it does. You're right. They only went up to 8 though.
Even
So anyway.
worse.
Going in, first thing Kier does is open his backpack. Doing so,
Okay.
opening his backpack, taking out a long roll of paper, and a small container that's filled with like a goopy liquid, and a paintbrush.
Right. Yep. Okay.
Unravels this piece of paper as an A1 poster and then sticks it on with the concoction. Again, same as the figurehead that was on the front of the ship, but this time a more classic elf. Again, with the little toy hammer and all of that lot, looking up, and then behind them there is a reworked version of Santa, but instead of all of that, he's slimmed down and looks way more majestic with all of these medals down, and all of this lot. And then on the other is the other version of Santa, which is made out to look horrid looking, and they're pushing down on his chest. If you know the actual World War II image I'm referencing here, I will be very impressed.
I did German history for GCSE history, so yeah.
Oh,
wonderful.
No, I'm talking Belarus in the 50s.
Hell.
But yeah, so this one, basically just sticks it up there with the slogan at the bottom, which is Christmas, bread, land, and peace.
Okay.
I
don't think this is the time for your political agenda.
No, I'm seeing if we've got some allied types here. Anyone that believes in the cause, representing who we are. Make sure they know. And on the plus side,
I think they know they work here.
Well, no, they know is to know who we are, darling.
Oh my goodness.
Got you.
Well, I am. And,
okay.
Yeah, heads on down. By the way, more of these, smaller versions, but pamphlets with things written in it. He's got, a couple of them out and has, slid them into his coat so he can hand them out if he meets any of the workers.
Oh,
wonderful.
God.
Can I get you all to do me a perception check, please?
Yeah.
Well, in the meantime, I'm rolling down from the roof like an elegant thing and let myself drop down.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Like an elegant thing.
An elegant thing.
I don't speak English.
Oh, God.
15.
Nat 1.
Dirty 20. I'm
Again.
seeing a lot from the roof.
13.
Okay. Said, what did you hear? What did you get?
Dirty 20.
30-20. Carver?
15.
Okay. The three of you, it's pretty easy to hear. As soon as you step inside, you feel this boom, boom, boom. Like the feeling of the throbbing of a machine. Very rhythmic and reverberating through the space, especially in its sort of metallic state. A lot of it just goes through very easily. And you feel like this sound intensifies the closer to the stairs you go. At the bottom of these stairs, it splits off in two directions. And one direction, there is a sign that says workshop. The other, it says cottage. The direction that says workshop is where the noise is coming from. Ronald, your heart, for some reason, is really loud in your ears.
It's not my heart. It's the chewing of the mince pie. And then, ooh, cottage. Lovely. And I wander in that direction.
Oh my
You go
god.
into the cottage.
Fine.
Well, I'm certainly making a start.
grabbing Ronald's no.
Thanks, Kier.
Oh, I said,
Wonderful.
hands off the cloak of enchantment.
Ronald. Oh God. Ronald, let's have a discussion.
Just to recap, are we sabotaging the workshop or are we killing Santa or both? I'm not sure. I'm so
ideally
confused.
both.
So the sort of, this is you guys' plan. Your idea was initially to disrupt the sort of distribution, but
we ideally want a
up to you.
permanent solution.
It's up to you guys.
Well,
Did I
personally,
take the chisel?
I think I personally want to fuck up.
Is he restrained? Yes. I stamp him into the heart.
I want to fuck
whatever
up
happens-
this workshop and
whatever
then move
happens,
over to the cottage.
Whatever happens, I'm happy. I'm ready to kill someone. I've killed people before. You know what they say in the business of Santa? No witnesses.
All right, who is
Tom
willing to
Scott.
take over the role as Santa? We can't just leave this unoccupied then.
Oh, don't worry, I know people.
Well, I think
movement
that
has an
a man
accurate
of
replacement.
caliber and
The
Establishment.
worst adventuring party.
No.
I love how it's just like canon immediately in your head is the first things you think of. It's just like there always has to be a Santa. It's not the Dutchman. You don't.
No.
It doesn't always have to be a captain.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
Yeah.
The part of the sleigh, part of the crew.
Yeah.
But yes, anyway, I would like to go to the workshop if everybody agrees.
I
Yeah.
spat when I laugh.
Oh no.
There's mince
All right.
pie everywhere.
Oh.
I love how you all just jump to so many conclusions. It's amazing. It makes my job so much more confusing because like I can't guess because the way that I think is so unobviously similar. Anyway, very funny.
But it's fun.
It is. It's hilarious.
I'm pretty
Keeps
sure
me on
that
my
we
toes.
are the worst people you've ever
No,
played
it's fine.
D&D.
No, you're
No.
not. Don't worry.
If there was like in real life, if we could do all this shit, we would.
Oh yeah, God.
Yeah.
Okay. So turning towards the workshop, you start making your way down these dark, solid metallic stairs. The feeling of this boom, 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 boom gets louder and louder as you step through. Even Ronald, with your immense chewing, are eventually able to feel the beat of the machines.
The youth music of today. I just think it's some techno beat.
Yep, absolutely.
Anything to keep the workers happy.
So, as you walk down, there is a... It's been quite nice up till this point, but you reach a door that is one wide, it's not double doors, and it is metallic with that sort of glass that's got the black lines through it.
It's
like
lead
the
lining.
shutters.
Lead
Yeah,
lines.
lead lining. And peeking through this, you can get a good view of what's there. It leads directly to this sort of walkway, which goes along the side of a long, long room. To the off side, you can see several ladders and steps that lead down into the what would be the work floor. And you can see hustle and bustle taking place. There is machines clanking away, slamming into what look like sort of treadmills, moving all the way down, carrying toys and various different
Do you mean a
goodies.
conveyor belt?
Conveyor belt. I couldn't think of the word. Thank you. Conveyor belt.
I got very confused. I was like,
so-
are they running everywhere?
Look, I couldn't remember the word, so I made do with what I remember.
I do it all the time.
Anyway, so conveyor belt that's sort of taking down toys and various other things all the way along. There's wooden swords, train sets. There's what appear to be the sort of crude beginnings of locomotives. Various other types of things that look like wooden crossbows and various other things. Dolls. They're all getting sort of mass-produced and painted in a very sort of regimen way. You can see this big long line of people standing next to the conveyor belt, picking one up, painting away, putting back down, waiting, picking one up. And as you look at them all, you can see that all of these people have one single thing in common. They are all elves. They all have the pointy ears. They are all wearing these big headphones, similar to what I'm wearing right now. All similarly have a very glassy-eyed look.
Are we talking like elves or elves?
Elves.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Lord of the
D&D
Rings
elves.
elves.
Yeah.
Can I look around? Is there a microphone or podium or something?
You can't quite get a big enough view of this because remember, at the moment you're just looking through
Yeah,
that
okay,
lead-lined
okay.
door, glass.
My suggestion would be that those headphones... Wait, this is a fucking Amazon warehouse, isn't it? I've just made that connection in my mind. That took me a second. Oh,
I mean,
you
have you
dick.
ever been inside one of those things? They're fucking massive.
Oh, those things are fucking huge, and the regulations. Oh, fucking hell, man! So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna kind of like suggest to the others. I want to go in there, and my suggestion is to take some of those headphones off, try and liberate some of these workers, get them in on the action.
No. Better. We check if it's connected. I mean, they hear music or sounds or commands, right? So we find that. I speak Elvish and Carver speaks Elvish, so we can just say, hey, holiday season, everybody has 2 weeks off. Bam, production stopped, and we can go. And kill Santa, sorry.
Or we can call for like an emergency or something.
Yes, we could start a fire.
That mass system failure. That means that everyone's safety is jeopardized and they must stop working.
I don't
Did
know
you guys
why
recently hear about the hurricane that happened in America?
Yes!
I know
Amazon
that.
workers were told not to leave.
I know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the
They were
Amazon-
told not to leave, and some of them died.
I know that, and it infuriates me.
Anyway,
Well,
carry on. Just thought I'd throw that
I
out
mean, I mean, if we're talking about workers being told not to leave, all the earthquakes that happened in Vietnam and Taiwan,
God.
and all the workers dying in there.
Oh, it's
there.
fucking
Yeah,
awful.
it's wild.
So, no, Kier has the perfect plan for this.
Go on.
So, I suggest that you guys go over, tell them all to leave. However, and he slowly starts getting more paper out of his backpack. And he says, they won't notice because they're all entranced in it. If I just leave it around, the moment they kind of got out of it, it'll
I have an
spontaneously
idea.
be there
I
for them
think
to read.
Do you know the cannons where you put like t-shirt stuff
Yeah.
in there and you, so we can just spread it all over the work.
Okay, out of character, I am pretty sure that subliminal messaging people in a trance state with your rebellion is considered a cult.
I did not say. Where did you get the trans? What the hell are you talking about?
You're putting out propaganda as we are freeing
I'm
them.
never
No.
doing stuff here.
No, I'm putting the leaflets there because while they're like in the trance, they won't notice me putting the leaflets out.
Yes,
So when
and
we-
the minute that they come out of the trance, it's,
find the
oh,
leaflets."
this is the corporation that saved you, just so you know.
Basically, the bat signal.
Yeah, but if
It's
the
not
bat
bad.
signal had a trademark and a union,
Wait.
Yeah, this is just me spreading the
that
union.
is a cult.
No, that is not a cult. That's just workers unionizing to protect their workplace rights.
Gil-
I am unions are a protected characteristic. Fuck you.
The
Anyway.
the
Protected
headphones
cult.
wireless or connected so they would take them off? Are they walking out with the
As far
headphones?
as you can tell, they do not seem to have wires.
Okay. All right. So if we give them the command, like lemmings, they will walk out. You can do your pamphlet thing. I don't fucking care. Just everyone who leaves gets a pamphlet.
Just on the way out.
You can hand them. Yeah.
By the emergency exit, just handing out the. Oh no!
Take one, take one, take one, take one.
It's like factory work, but whatever.
Oh dear God.
Oh
Shorts,
my
what's the
god.
plan?
No plan. We're just chaos.
Ronald just
Okay,
munching
I
on a
wanna-
mince pie, wondering why you wanted to interrupt a clearly happy workforce.
Honey, oh my god. We're here. Oh. Why are you here?
Ronald is such a fucking Tory.
Ronald
Oh,
is
God.
here because he was made to do community service, and
Oh my
literally no
goodness.
one else was hiring people in the middle of winter. They're all like
Okay. We are
planned
here.
events at the beginning of the year that you have to sign up for.
Fuck's
Ronald,
sake.
to say it as in Kier's words, we're here to free the workers. That's your story.
Yes, of course. We must for this daft community service and
They are
giving back
horrendous
programs.
working-
Giving back
working conditions.
programs.
It's cold. They don't get enough food. They have to work 24/7. They need to get out of here.
Well, if you think it's cold, try working at a university made of ice.
That's your choice.
Okay. So guys,
Okay.
what are you doing?
I would
would
like
suggest-
to enter, and I would like where your plan you were saying about going and finding that thing. Kier
Yeah.
spreads the leaflets. You go and find the bit to release them. They all get told who rescued them, which is my Marxist revolutionary force. So they all get the pamphlet. Everything's great. Then we leave and go to the cottage.
And Elias would be so proud, and then Gil's plan kicks
Wonderful.
in. Okay.
Yeah.
Good plan.
I would also like to help with
Okay.
freeing by casting
God.
it's not really helping. I'm casting Phantasmal Force to scare them shitless into running out.
Cast it on one person.
That's enough to create a panic.
Yeah.
Just gonna scare the shit out.
I'm gonna try and find the head elf. Like,
Wait.
You're just going to scare the shit out of them. It will literally
whip
kill
the
them.
foreman into
Ronald.
shape. He's clearly doing a bad
Ronald,
job.
let's do that in order. We tell them there's an emergency.
Suggestion.
They need to
What if
go.
we just-
You
what if
cast
we
that
just
into
break the
the
machines?
front guy. Perfect.
How about
What
we
if
just
we
Do that.
break one of the
break-
fucking machines and actually
Yes.
stop their ability to bit?
Yes,
Okay,
Let
I
us
cast
break the
fireball on a
machine.
machine.
And wait,
No,
wait,
not
wait,
yet,
wait,
not
wait,
yet.
not yet! No!
In order. In order. Everybody gets a message. You cast fear. Carver sabotages something, and then you do your pamphlet thing. Can everybody
Shit.
do that in
Let's go.
order? Can we
Yes,
do
in
that?
order, yes.
What is the order?
The order is we sneak in. At least Carver
Okay.
and I.
Roll. Those who are sneaking, please roll stealth.
Rolling stealth.
Okay, yes.
That's a 16 for stealth.
Same.
16.
24. No, wait. 23.
Okay.
Wow.
So as you sort of gently open this door, you are able to see a little bit more of the room. At the far end, over to the right-hand side, you can see that there is a sort of stair that goes up to a sort of foreman's office, where you can see like sort of blacked out windows that are up there. Additionally to the at the bottom on the sort of work floor, but on the far side, you can see what looks like a pen. With the sort of a looks a bit more homely. Also, Gil, that hat is fucking worse than the Christmas jumper. Thank you very much, Sammy. Good to see you.
Who's
Welcome
hat?
here. Hi, Sammy.
Oh.
She says Gil.
Yeah.
Anyway, so.
I see. It's a
You
comment.
can see
Sorry.
this, what looks like a sort of a stable, maybe. From there. Sen, yes.
I want to cast Expeditious Retreat on myself.
Okay. How long does Expeditious Retreat last?
10 minutes.
Sure. So you can move, I think that's another 10 feet per round?
Dash as a bonus action.
Is that what it is? Yes. No, you're right. Sure. Yeah, so that's currently cast on yourself.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
And check for like what we said, the microphone situation or something where the commands come from or the music.
Sure.
Or...
You think that if there was a microphone, it would probably be near where the foreman's office was, like this sort of raised platform with a sort of cabin at the top. You'd imagine that something like that would be there.
I'm sneaking over there.
Okay. And Ronald, what's up?
Before I say anything, because I do want this to be fun for everyone, how done are people with Ronald shit?
For fuck's sake.
I'm here for it. I'm fucking here for it.
Oh god.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna
I will
happen.
manage. I will manage.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, I will manage.
Ronald sees the foreman's office and comes up with a completely new plan, but doesn't tell anybody.
Got you.
Excellent.
He
Oh,
enters
well,
the foreman's office.
No. I'm
It's
in
at
front
the
of
far
you. I'm
end.
way
It's at the
further.
far
I'm faster than you. I'm almost there before you
Yeah.
even are in the
Okay.
room.
Well, he wants
Are you
to.
sneaking?
I am.
Not you, Ronald.
No.
Of course
Okay.
not.
Okay, I'm very fat, but I am bizarrely light on my feet.
Okay.
But just sort of, they're all in a trance, and no one's going to see me. But I'm just sort of walking around with the quarterstaff and a mince pie, just mumbling, "Don't mind me, health inspector."
Can you please sing?
I'm
And I
gonna
am
need
just
you to give me.
spraying crumbs everywhere.
Can you please sing "Wonking Around"?
Can we the rest of you, you've stealthed. I'm gonna let you
Yeah.
by with this one.
And I'm
and
just
you
mumbling.
guys, hold on. I'll get to you in a second. Hold the fuck on. Carver, Kier, and Sen, you guys are starting to move through. You're getting a better view of a lot of these people. As you get closer, a lot of these elves, they all have the same headphones on, this same glassy look, and they don't seem to take any heed of you whatsoever. There is hundreds of these people working away at these places, and it takes like time and effort to walk through without bumping into anyone or getting in the way. You feel that like if you were to stand still, people would just walk into you without paying attention. You all make your way towards where the foreman's office is. The stairs lead up along sort of like, you know, the sort of that sort of plate metal steps with grids in them that you can sort of see through the underside, or like the back end, so you step through and still see through a lot because of the thin metal. As you get closer, you can see the stables. You were able to see, once you were closer, that it is not just like stables for anything. You can see that there are hoof marks that lead towards the stables. There's a closed, several closed stable doors that are made of, again, this sort of industrial metal. There's a lot of straw lying around, and there's a control panel at the entrance.
I'll dash further up to the foreman's thing. I'm
Going
not
up?
caring about, yeah. And since I'm figuring out kind of the rhythm, how the zombies are walking here, so I'm like dashing through the crowd.
Dashing through the snow.
Crowd. But snow, yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, so you're going to probably make it there before anyone else. So you can get to the top of these stairs, probably as Carver and Kier get to the sort of base of the steps. Meanwhile, Ronald, you have not snuck, and you have been pretty clear about being pretty overt about what you're doing. So I would either like you to make a wisdom saving throw or a dexterity saving throw. To either notice that you're about to walk into people or to manage to avoid them as you do.
Okay.
Oh no.
Natural one.
Your dice hate you. Your dice hate you.
No.
No,
She wants to
my
play
dice
that character.
love me.
They
I'm
love
going
her.
to single-handedly fuck up this entire factory by pinballing
perfect
into
thing.
people.
No.
I mean, if
It's
it
worse.
works, it works.
It's worse.
Does a mince pie get stuck in the machine?
No. I'll tell you. You wander through these various sort of people moving around, and for most of it, you're quite lucky. You're sort of wandering around going, oh, yeah, looking around at everything.
No,
sort of getting
I'm
into
singing Comfort and Joy under my breath again.
Yep, wonderful. And you're sort of looking at everything, how wonderful it all is. Oh, look at the wonderful automation. Look how wonderfully active and useful these people are being to the community, blah, blah, blah. Very Tory talk. And sorry. And getting through these various people, you see there's all these different things being picked up and placed down, and you sort of go over and inspect some of the work. Yes, very good, very good. And one of the sets of people is working on this sort of like automaton type thing. There's almost like robots with the classically square heads, and they're quite big. They're roughly about this big. You can see there's a guy sort of picking them up, turning, putting them down on the conveyor belt, turning, picking them up, placing them down on the conveyor belt, and you lean over to look at these robots into the basket, and suddenly you feel a pair of hands on your shoulders. You are picked up, turned, and placed directly on the conveyor belt.
Yep.
And you feel yourself moving at speed.
I splutter. What? What's going on? And just crumbs spray everywhere. Some comes out of my mouth, some that were in the beard before I even started the journey. They're shaken loose.
You're moving
I'm
quick,
leaving
so as you
a Hansel
splutter,
and Gretel trail.
yeah. So as you're moving quickly, as you go, you spray directly into the face of one of these people that's picking up one of the toys in front of you and is like starting to paint it. You can see that there's also like off to one side there is a different sort of solid color one. This one seemed that he was picking up is almost like a single piece where he's like doing detail work, whereas the one that's off to one side is just like solid color. The conveyor turns slightly and you start going to the solid color version, and you can see that there is a drop into some sort of vat.
Oh.
I cast Misty Step.
Good. Okay.
I don't know how. That was one of the ones I didn't get the chance to.
Did you prepare Misty Step?
Yes.
You did prepare it. Okay.
Yes.
That is a bonus action, so you can, yes.
It's a bonus action, Misty Step.
Misty Step is a bonus action.
Nice.
Yeah.
So Ronald sees this vat, and presumably it's rather hot paint or something. to keep it from freezing in the North Pole.
It's quite warm in here.
He wouldn't survive lead paint up the nostrils.
Sure.
All of a sudden, he doesn't like this workshop. He has been personally attacked by this workshop. And there is nothing that a Tory loves more than money than their own life.
Correct.
Misty steps to the the foreman's place. The foreman's little.
You can misty step to the sort near the foot of the stairs where
yeah. That's good enough. And there's sort of an inhale of breath as I puff my chest out to get ready to cast.
Oh no!
Right. What?
Oh, no.
And I cast Major Image.
Oh my god.
Oh my fucking god. Okay. What of?
What of? Yes, please.
I cast a demonic version of Brodolph. It's Brodolph, but as well as the glowing nose, he's got glowing eyes and his antlers are like twice the size. And he shrieks out.
It can't create noise.
It can create noise. It can't create enough noise to make damage.
Oh no, you're right.
It can create noise.
It does make sounds. No, you're right. Smells and temperature appropriate to the thing depicted.
So this thing smells gross. It shrieks. It full on bellows, stood there in demonic rage.
Okay.
Queer. Fuck.
Kier.
Yeah. Eva would be.
And then
applicable.
once he's cast, he reaches into his pocket and gets some lemon pie.
Kier go, okay, well, I guess we're not covert anymore. Throws any pamphlets he had in his hands in the air out in front of him to just whoever's nearby, runs straight up the stairs, weapons out, ready to fight, and I'm going straight up and I'm kicking down the door of this fucking foreman's office. Like,
I'm already doing that. I'm in front of you.
I know you're in front, but I'm catching up to you to get in this fucking place.
Sen, I'm going to deal with what's happening because you're going to have opened the foreman's office just before any of this happens.
Yeah, slowly actually before that happens, but I guess it's too late now.
Oh no, before that happens, you can, whilst I'm still on the conveyor belt.
Yeah.
You've got a few seconds. You push it open. It's a mostly empty room. There is sort of like the classic break table where you see there's a couple of mince pies sitting on the table. And then at the back of the room, there is like this control panel with this rather portly individual sitting down in like a bright red and green, sort of half and half jacket. It almost looks like the sort of thing that you'd imagine like a Santa's elves to wear in like the grottos in like a mall or whatever. He's got like sort of these pointy shoes which have got the bells on the top, and he seems like he's an older, maybe like late 40s male human, but he has fake elf ears attached to the top of his ears that make them pointy.
Oh my god.
And he's sitting there with his legs up on the control panel with a cigarette in his mouth.
Okay.
Presumably watching us.
He's staring out the window. He's currently not seeing anything. He's just sitting there taking a smoke.
I'll walk up to him and I'm like...
You walk up to him and do what?
I'll just shake him.
He just turns around. He goes, "Holy shit! What the fuck are you doing here?"
Wait, I'll start in Elvish. I assume he speaks it. If not, it's just a piss. Like I just
What do you
start
say?
yelling like, "What are you doing? You can't smoke here." Oh my god! If headquarters knows what you're doing here, you're being fired. What the fuck? Get up! Get out of here! I'm covering for you. Get the hell out of here!
He stares in your face. And he just like. I didn't understand the word you just said.
I'll repeat in human, and I flick his thing out.
Listen, lady, I don't know who you are. You don't know who I am, apparently. And, you know... And
I don't
this
need
is
to know
my
who
break
you
time.
are. We are here for the inspection, and you're clearly failing, so you're leaving your workspace. I'm replacing you. I don't give a fuck.
Listen, lady, as much as, like, I'd love to believe you, because, goddamn, I'd love to get out of here, do you want to tell me who the hell you are?
Well, I am Kira von Knightley, and I work for the headquarters.
Headquarters. Alright, yeah. So where's headquarters then?
It's Center.
The center.
Ever heard
The
of
center
that?
what?
It's called Center.
The center what?
It is called Center. Fucking
Center
hell! We
what?
took over this place a year ago.
You
Didn't
took over
get
from
the
Santa.
memo?
Are you,
Whatever.
You said Saint Nick. You took over from Saint Nick.
I'll grab him and yank him out of the seat.
Oh shit! What you want, lady? You are crazy. Sort
Just
of like
go.
shaking it.
Just go.
Look, okay, fine. I'll go. I'm
Leave.
just saying. I'm gonna have to get security.
Yeah, great. Get security to take you off the premise. I don't fucking give a
What's
fuck how
happening
you
with
leave
the
this.
demonic with the Brodolph right now?
At this exact moment.
So
opens the
this
door.
poor human sees a fat wizard at the bottom of the stairs, waggling his fingers at
That
his
is not the
demonic
first thing he sees.
Brodolph.
That is not the first thing he sees. He opens the door, and this enormous antlered behemoth of a reindeer roars directly in his face, and he just fucking hell. He slams the door closed back against it, the sort of cartoon when he just goes, and he just looks at back
Believe
at Senna
me
and
now?
goes, "Lady, I don't know who the hell you are, but please slam that big red button that's right in the middle of the console."
What happens?
Slam the big red button.
I
It
am.
gets to... Wonderful. So you slam that button.
Is
Ronald?
there also a microphone?
No, it was not a
God damn
microphone.
it. No, if there's
Ronald,
anything in the room too.
Carver, Kier, you see the doors of the
Unlock.
stables.
Oh my
Open.
god!
Oh no.
And you can see behind it there are several of these reindeer-looking Chad bods start moving out, looking around warily, and then stare directly at this enormous image.
Amazing.
They look down at the creatures that are beneath it, and I'm just going to see if what they have to do with this.
I think it's just an image.
Trying to think how they deal with it.
There's no save, I don't think.
Is there a check like intelligence?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, no.
There isn't
So
a check.
currently, no, there is.
You can use an action to examine
Yes,
and
which would be
determine
the
if
check
it's
to see if they can-
you need an intelligence check.
Yes, so they would, but I'm just seeing. Don't worry, I got it. It's like, so
But
looking
it does
at this,
take a full action.
yes, no, don't worry, I've got it. It's fine.
Sorry.
So looking at this, they look at this enormous creature and then down towards the smaller creatures that are hanging around the bottom of the stairs, and they're all gonna start running towards you. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a couple of turns. Between them and you, there is a control console around you, and you can see that some of the workers they don't seem bothered by the giant image.
That was not the desired effect.
Okay.
There's yeah.
What's on the control panel?
So you currently you can't see much, but you can see 3 buttons. But you can't see anything more than that. You're gonna
Can I
need to move
just-
closer to check it.
Yeah, can I sprint up close to the control panel and see if there's anything that can just fuck up whatever's happening here?
Yeah, sure. So there's 3 buttons. One of them is in the shape of doors, like a set of doors, like the stables. One of them seems to have like a shape of an apple on it, and one of them has what looks like a toboggan.
I'm press the toboggan.
Wonderful.
What the hell is this? Fucking-
You slam on the green button, and you hear this.
Amazing.
And turning off to the other side of the room, you see these enormous doors.
Just chaos.
And from the ground, it looks like a set of tracks are coming out of the ground. Behind the doors, you slowly see sliding out from behind it what looks like an enormous red sleigh.
Oh my god!
Kira.
While all this is happening, where I was running up the stairs whilst all of this bollocks was going on, as this guy's behind the door, am I going to have to like kick this door in to get in where he's on the door?
You get to the top, and all you hear is from the top of it is just like, I need you to hit the. Oh no, you've gotten to the top. He's like, Sen, you're inside, and you've hit this red button, and he's just like, oh, thank God. Hopefully they'll be able to deal with it.
Okay, can I knock him out?
If you want, roll an attack.
Why? 16.
16. Yeah, it hits.
Okay.
Roll damage.
9.
He's
An extra
unconscious.
attack. Okay, perfect.
He's unconscious. He's a normal human. He just.
Yeah.
So what this guy has had is basically someone running, tell him he's fired. He goes to go and stop it. There's an enormous reindeer outside. Tells you to hit the security button. Goes, oh, thank God! Finally, they'll deal with it. And you just slam him in the face.
Nice.
Is
Not
there
his
anything
day.
else which controls anything?
There
at
is
the red
tons
button?
of controls in here.
Okay, I start randomly pressing bullshit just to create chaos.
Right,
Any worse than
am I
Ronald?
in here yet? Am I in here yet to stop this bullshit?
There is a body against the door stopping it from opening. You think
I
you could probably
think-
open it if you pushed it? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fully getting in.
Make an athletics check.
Okay. Oh, that's a 19.
19, yes. So you boom, charge into this. You
here.
feel a body roll across the room and stop.
Kier, help me press all the buttons. Come, this is
No!
fun.
Wait! Just find the
hold on,
button that
hold on.
releases the workers.
SCN, hold on. Sen, please roll me a D100.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
Absolutely.
Okay.
Carnage.
44.
Okay. Middle carnage. Got it. All the machines stop.
Yes.
Okay, so they all just and suddenly you look outside and it doesn't take long. It takes a few seconds for things to start piling up. Things start dropping to the floor. There's even like boxes of marbles that are starting to tip. You can see that a few people are starting to struggle to do their tasks. And you see one or two trip over. And a couple of them, you see headphones fall to the ground. There's a few disoriented faces. It's not happening too quickly, but it's a slow dominoes effect. It is slowly filling up the room with confused voices. Ronald, I'm terrified. Go on.
You should be.
What are their reactions to the giant
fucking
demonic doll?
Absolute panic. So,
Oh no.
a mixture of Chad reindeer and giant Chad reindeer with glowing red eyes and nose, with suddenly coming to, consciousness, basically, looking around, basically screaming and turning and running away from them, knocking into other people, who are then knocking into other people, then seeing the reindeers getting scared, turning and running.
Oh, it's a stampede.
Oh my goodness.
Are you saying that I, Grand Mage Ronald Grisworth, have achieved everything they set out to do?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
hate to say it.
I hate to
Fuck
say it.
you, Gil!
Kier, I know how we
Fuck's sake.
get out of here. I just figured it out. I'm so
How?
dumb. We take the sleigh.
We take the sleigh. We take the
reindeers.
fucking sleigh.
We just
However-
need
We take-
wait.
We
are
take the
those
sleigh and
red-
we ram it into Santa's fucking grotto.
Yes,
No.
we ran the cottage. We ran the cottage with the sleigh.
I'd like to visit the
Destroying
cottage.
Christmas.
Okay, so there is there's a stampede of these elves who have suddenly lost these headphones as they sort of start making their way away. Some of them who seem to have a little more wherewithal than the others are grabbing things to maybe use as like improvised weapons, but they don't really know what they're fighting or what they should be hitting. They're just sort of generally scared and running towards the other side of the room. There is a single door that leads out. It's just a one-person door. And you know that out there, aside from in this workshop, there is basically just an icy wasteland. So they are making their way out as fast as they can. Currently.
That's good.
I mean, it's
Carver,
not good. They're gonna die.
You see this as the sleigh finishes sort of extricating itself from the wall and these tracks come up. You see on the other end of the tracks where the tracks lead is basically what you thought was directly into a wall. You see that wall is also opened up and the tracks go and then point up.
Getting in the sleigh.
Okay.
Come
so
on.
Carver starts running towards this sleigh.
We're doing this. We're doing this.
I mean, I press a couple more buttons, but I start dashing.
Shit's already hit the fan.
Pretty fucking quickly.
But I didn't know what to expect coming in here, but that is fucking
neither did I.
Here, just spread them and leave.
Yeah, fuck it. Like he takes the Bergen and just like empties the.
It's just all pamphlets. You guys thought that this was like a well-equipped man who had taken like all the survival equipment with him, maybe even a parachute. It could have been like miles and miles of rope, but no, it is just reams upon reams of paper. And all of these have the exact same slogan on it. Exactly the same.
Yep.
And he is just sort of running and shaking it out, and these pieces of paper are going everywhere. The propaganda flies through the air.
Another issue we need to talk about. I see another issue we need to talk about, and that's your fucking paper usage.
Okay, Carver,
Okay.
you jump into the sleigh. It is huge. It looks like it's made for a person that is maybe 10 times your size.
Oh my god.
It is enormous. But it looks like it has... It seems like it's got a few different buttons, like the basic controls that you would use for like an airship, as well as a couple of extra ones. There is also like a slight sort of fork at the front, which seems like it could probably attach to something. But you sort of poke around in it, and there's a few buttons that seems to have like an ignition, and one in particular seems to almost have like the picture of the sleigh and then arrows pointing out like this.
Able to. I'm not sure.
Right.
I'm basically shouting at this point, like, everybody in! Everybody in!
As he does that, can I turn and shout to Ronald and go, Ronald, we need to make a sign! Burn the building!
Yeah, burn it!
We need to make a sign!
I
Set it
shall
on
use
fire.
these
Set
pamphlets
it on
as
fire.
kindling.
Yes! Fireball
Yes.
fireball like the actual production lines as well, so that we can actually do like proper
Don't-
damage to this
Don't
place.
kill any of the workers, though. Oh my god.
Are the workers still in here?
Well, some of them are. You can see that a lot of them have like charged out of this door, but you can see that there's some confusion as there almost seems to be like a reversal. As some people are like coming back in or like trying to go in different directions. There's confusion as where to go. No one seems to really have much idea what's going on.
I suggest you evacuate.
Everyone completely ignores you in their panic as you say this.
Set the
command.
fire! They'll evacuate pretty fucking quickly. There's
In
a fire.
which case, we don't wiggle the fingers. It's another deep breath. And there is a point, a very pompous point at this sort of
File.
what I can only assume is a meandering stream of printer paper. You can't even really tell what it is that's on the paper because there's so much of it. And just this like lightning bolt streak comes out, misses the paper altogether because he's got no aim.
Okay.
And hits squarely in what I am assuming will be the power lines, the conduit for the power lines for the machinery.
Okay. I would like you... What I'm going to assume is I know that this is meant to be a mistake. So what I would like you to, but you're intentionally wanting to aim for something. So I need you to make me 2 checks. First, an investigation check, and then to make me an attack roll.
I didn't know you had to make attack rolls for fireballs.
To do Thunderbolt or Firebolt, yeah, both of them are attack rolls.
Fireball.
Fireball is. No, you're right. I thought you said you were making a lightning bolt.
No, it's just that a bright streak flashes from your pointing finger to a point you choose.
Yeah.
Then
So
please
I
roll me an
decided
investigation
to
check.
fully
That's all.
roll with it.
Investigation check, then, please. That's all.
Is investigation intelligence?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So, there is indeed power lines. There seem to be a mixture of mechanical and magical that sort of link many of these. It's basically electrical boxes. And you just like point at the paper trail, but just like you get distracted by like a bug that goes past your eye that you sort of swat at the same time, and the fireball shoots off directly at this conduit. This circle, a sphere of fire just appears in the air, and you're sort of pointing at it completely still for a second, and then you see like the fire slowly spread across these power lines, and it sort of starts to
Indeed.
Oh God, hurry up, Boris!
I suggest a swift exit and
Get to the fucking sleigh!
with the speed and grace of a gnome and the absolute terror of having their pants caught on fire. Ronald makes the quickest dash for the sleigh you have ever seen.
When you say quickest, you mean 50 feet per turn, right?
Oh, I mean almost instantaneous. There is an image of him left in the air.
Yeah, doing his full. Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah. So you make a dash for this. So far we've got Carver and we've got Ronald that are in the sleigh. There are reindeer approaching, real ones.
Yeah, because the fake ones disappeared now.
No, it hasn't yet.
Concentration.
Yeah, but Fireball isn't concentration.
Isn't it?
Yeah, they're not 2 concentration spells, so you can do one and then the other.
I can do both.
Yeah, so the demonic one's still up.
Okay, I peep from the sleigh and continue to wiggle my fingers.
The goats and a man can do this.
I know a man who has a goat, and I can do this.
As an action, I can do dash, so I have 80 feet, and with an expeditious retreat, I can do another dash, so in 260 feet.
Killed that with wiggle fingers.
So you are the furthest away. So the one thing I'll say is probably for you to get there with the amount of time, you'll probably have to do some zigzagging through some of the sort of reindeers.
Can I do like jump down, since I don't have to take the stairs? I have slow fall and stuff, so.
That's a good point. You can just jump off the edge. Yes. So I'll say
I do parkour. I would even consider jumping over the
Are you
machines
going
or
to
something.
leave the unconscious human to die?
Yes.
So
He was a fucking ass.
I mean, he was smoking. Maybe this was his
It
fault.
was his fault. He smoked at work. I told him
He
not
started
to.
a workplace fire.
Can I find the cigarette that he was smoking just as I'm leaving and like flick that into where the fire is to try and imply that it was...
got you. I got you.
Here, stop playing. Come.
Okay. So I'll say, all of you managed to just about jump into this sleigh before the reindeers start getting to you.
I think this counts as an act of terrorism.
Yeah.
However, there are 3 buttons in front of you that you have worked out are probably potentially of use.
Can I?
Okay. You can. I will let you give him an
Tinker
advantage
tools.
on this. So you can
tools.
give like he's the one who's been sitting there sort of investigating.
Yeah, but
you probably
can
don't have
I
time.
give some input, because I have more
You can give some
experience with
input, so
that
you can give him
stuff.
advantage on the roll.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, or at least I will let you. I'll figure something else. Don't worry.
Yeah.
It's helping. There is 3 buttons. Okay. One is the one that I explained before, which is like a picture of the sleigh, and then these 2 arrows that point outwards. Okay. There is one that seems to be a picture of the sleigh in its like side-on view, and a picture of it like pointing up and then backwards. And then there is a one that points straight forwards.
Okay.
We can
Like,
figure this out. What do you think?
Because it's the most obvious choice. I think this arrow pointing forwards will send it going. I'm wondering if the arrows pointing to the sides might be a door mechanism, maybe?
You mean discharge presence?
I think that might be direction.
Or steering, or maybe wings, like gliding mechanism. I have no fucking clue. I'm just pressing the forward button, just
Forward button.
green for go, and just.
So what happens is the clamps that are holding it where it is just go ka-ching off to the side, and it allows it to start rolling forwards.
Yeah.
And you feel it start to move. Now you're not going very fast at this point. So that there's going to be a couple of the reindeer actually going to take a swing at you. But you know what? This isn't the right music for this.
Of course not.
Yes.
They start swinging at you as you go by, taking that big chunks out of the side of the sleigh. So there's going to be 2 attacks coming in, one going directly for Ronald, who is peeking his fingers over the top and waving them. And that is going to be an 18 to hit.
To hit who?
That's going to be Ronald. 9, 4,
Why are we hitting
13.
me?
Because you were poking.
Because
out.
you were pointing your hands over the edge. You're the closest to the edge. So it was 9, 13, 14, 15, 17 points of damage as it slams down against you. You sort of have to duck backwards. Please make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, can you turn down the music a tiny bit?
Oh, is it a bit too loud?
Just a little bit.
So I've been okay. We'll start that again. I've been hit with
That's so much.
something.
Yes,
Well,
17 points of damage.
Sunflower supplies. Thank you for the pun. It's excellent.
North Pole Drift. Can you turn it back up again a little bit, actually?
Yeah,
I
now
can't
it's-
hear it.
Yeah, now we can't hear it at all.
Just a
It
little.
has just ended. Hold on.
Oh,
Oh, that would make sense.
that would make sense, yeah.
Okay, so I am now kind of like semi. Yeah, that fucking hurt. Ronald is wheezing, and presumably that knocks my concentration, and the reindeer
You need
goes.
to roll a Constitution saving throw to see if you maintain it. Kier, you're also getting slashed at. Since you're on the outside, sort of trying to fend them off. Another one swings at you. This one is definitely going to miss, so it just digs into the side of the sleigh, and it sort of struggles to pull the candy cane loose from it.
Yep, opportunity attack. Can I, like, stab it back?
I'll
Just,
let you
bonk.
take an attack against it.
Nice.
Carver, there's 2 more buttons you haven't tried yet.
I'm gonna try the one with the things coming out the sides.
Wait, what's the other one?
I rolled a 13.
A 13. Okay, I believe that... Wait, how does it work with concentration? Is it 10 or the amount of damage you take?
It's 10 or 5 plus the amount of damage you took.
No, it's her damage.
Yeah, so it's going to be a lot more than...
Yeah.
You'd fail that, unfortunately, because that was like 17 points of damage. So yeah, your image drops away. The few reindeer that were over sitting slashing at it and looking confused,
I'm
like sort of stumble backwards.
lying on my back in the bottom of the sleigh. Like,
Yes.
what was I hit with?
Candy cane axe.
Oh, not magic. I'm wheezing, and but as out of sheer inability for my brain to do anything, which includes telling parts of my body to stop, I'm still twitching my fingers.
Wonderful. So,
Like
What's
low
the
key.
button?
Carver, you slam that button and poof, these 2 wings buck out to the side.
Oh, I do it.
And Kier, as this happens, the one that you were slashing at gets knocked backward by the winds popping out, and it actually gives you advantage on it as you suddenly are given its back.
Nice.
Advantage against it.
What if I roll again? 19, boy!
It's a crit. Roll the damage.
So that's
Sen, there is only one button left that you've figured out does anything.
22.
What's that?
There is the one that points
Yeah, but-
backwards.
Backwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you look at the back of the sleigh, and what you see is a door that seems to like it would open like this.
Okay. Who wants to press it? Cover?
Wait, the last button.
Yeah, it's.
Yep.
I think it opens the mechanism in the back, so there's probably a rocket or something.
Okay, just fist down, just slams the button.
Wonderful. Okay, Kier, what damage did you deal?
22 damage.
22. Yeah, so this thing like sort of bucks backwards as it starts. You slice at it with the
Yeah.
weapon. The last button. You see the back of this door. Out of the back, you just see this little a cylindrical device that points backwards off the edge of the.
Oh my god! It's a fucking jet.
There is only one more thing to do. You just grab hold of the controls and you just slam them forwards. You feel the entire thing shake.
Hold.
Hold the fuck tight. As you are basically having to stand on what would be the seat of this sleigh to be able to get at it. And with all of your weight, you manage to force the controls forwards. You feel this reverberation, this shaking, this rumbling as the rocket starts to erupt at the back. The reindeer start running furiously towards you, almost spearing into the sleigh, trying to hold it back. But they are no match for the power of this thing. It starts buffeting them out of the way. One of them that's sitting, holding onto one of the wings, eventually falls down and is crumpled beneath the bottom of the runners. Another one tries to sort of stand there, hands across, and it gets blown to the side as soon as you whack into it. You are careening towards this the tracks at the end, which turn and point upwards. As soon as you hit this, you are thrown backwards against the seat, looking upwards, and all you can see is white light at the top of what seems to be a long tunnel. Shooting through this, you eventually come towards the light, and you can see snow buffeting down against you, and you shoot from the center of what was this cottage. Flying into the sky, you look down below you, and you can see an orange glow start to creep up from underneath the ground, filling up the tunnel that you just came from, as well as the cottage itself, as the entirety of the workshop starts to go up in flames.
Woo!
Yes.
More blowing up, or are we good on that?
Oh, we are so good. We are good.
So, a plume of smoke begins to fly, follow you up. Unfortunately, I am going to need one last check on this.
Oh,
Because you have never flown a sleigh. Never mind a giant sleigh. So, with disadvantage, I need one of you to make... Oh god.
Land vehicles
What
check.
is this going to be?
Land vehicles check. Air vehicles check.
Yeah, how do you make an air vehicles check on this?
Dexterity.
There's dexterity, but
Yeah,
I don't think it would be
intelligence?
sufficient. I don't think that. I think this would be intelligence to figure out how it would work.
Yeah.
Which one of us has the highest intelligence?
Oh
do.
fuck! No! 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 No!
Stand back!
Little
You're
man.
wrestling.
You do this. You do this.
You're wrestling.
Is
with
this
machine.
disadvantage?
It's with disadvantage.
I'm gonna choose my
Here,
other set of
remember
dice.
thing.
Kia is there going, we're gonna fucking die.
It
Oh
should be a
god, we're so
normal
fucked.
roll.
Yeah, if someone's helping me, can it be a normal roll?
I have the
Here
Tinker
is
Tool
helping.
stuff. I do
Oh,
know
yeah, no.
this.
I also have Tinker Tools.
Yeah.
I
trying to
will.
fucking steer
I'm
this thing,
afraid
so yeah.
this is already. I am allowing something quite big, being allowing you to have even a chance
Okay.
at driving this thing. It's gonna be with disadvantage.
Oh god, yeah.
Right. Which one? An orange,
It's
the
whichever
orange
one
one or the
It's
pink
the lowest one. It's always gonna be the lowest one.
No. Which one am I gonna roll it with?
Orange.
Yeah, both.
You could do them both and take just roll them both.
Oh no. Oh no! No!
Yeah.
How dare you!
Of course. Of
No.
What is it?
17!
In total, or with that intelligence on top?
In total.
In total, good. Okay.
I rolled an 11 and a 9.
Okay. As this thing is shooting into the sky, you pass by a low-lying cloud bank, and suddenly there is bright light above you, and you feel yourself getting forced back into the chair. Ronald, as he sort of claws his way up the back of the seat, making his way to the controls, Carver sort of desperately holding on to them. Ronald, you reach forward and you push back on the lever. As it pulls back, you feel the whole thing level out and starts to shoot back down towards or in a more straight line.
Oh.
Peter help, that's what I'm here for, the expert of this expedition.
Oh, shut up. Like
With that, It takes quite a while for you to figure out the controls enough to be able to take this lower. It's not a soft landing. This thing is totaled, but you are near the fire, close enough to see this plume of smoke going up in the air.
I'll steal some pies and start eating and watching the fireworks.
You don't need to steal them. I'm handing them out. Jolly
Nice.
good, jolly good. Well done, everybody. A team effort.
So, as you are standing around with like this very thing, you see this huddled mass of people outside. They're holding various things, whatever they could grab. And you see that they're all talking amongst each other, like exchanging information. They look confused. But you can see that there's some sort of organization going on. You see them looking back and forth towards the cabin. There is fire taking place. And you can hear what seems like enormous footsteps taking place. And Kier, you spot several of these people looking at pieces of paper and amongst them. Looking at each other and talking back and forth to each other and just like slapping it back. As one, they all seem to look back towards the cottage. They all seem to pull out various tools of their own, whatever they seem to have in their own hands. And they start making their way back towards it.
Well, this is what happens
Just-
when you let the common folk make their own decisions.
All right, Boris.
So just as you hear the thwum of the airship coming down towards you, you hear a different thump, large footsteps. But you never see whatever's making these footsteps. Instead, you hear many, many footsteps and shouts, screams, a bellow. And then after a brief flurry of these noise, several screams, you hear silence and then a huge cheer.
We killed Santa.
We killed Santa! Even better, we inspired a revolution who then overthrew their oppressors. Excellent.
So
So
guys,
is Christmas dead now?
It was
knows?
called Operation
we will
Crush
find
Christmas.
out.
Right.
We will find out next year what the fuck happens now.
We are the
But for
workers
now-
in the
Next
factory then,
year.
from the business.
Yeah,
Guys,
next year.
for the moment, thank you so much for a wacky fucking one shot.
Rob,
Yeah.
hi.
Amazing.
Oh, hey, Rob.
Thank you very, very much.
I have to admit as well, guys, like, this has been amazing, as like, because this is going to end up being the last stream of this year from the DBS.
Yeah.
And I just kind of like want to say to everyone back at home, thank you so much. This has been so fucking
I can't
metal
do the hard.
and awesome.
Rob!
And
Rob's in the chat.
here.
Yeah, Rob, join us.
Yeah.
Go.
And it's just amazing. I'm just like, I'm so overwhelmed and so happy with all the support everyone's shown us, the amazing time we've had here. We've been here almost exactly a year. And
year.
then next month, obviously, it will be it's a bit
The Waking
over.
Dungeons.
Yeah, the Waking Dungeons anniversary next month. But we're just after the point where this channel started. So we've just gone past the 1 year anniversary of the channel.
Yeah.
So-
We've gone through some stuff together, haven't we?
Oh,
We
yeah.
really
damn, yeah.
have, yeah. We've been through a lot
and-
together.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, I can't speak for everybody else, but this has been quite literally the one constant that
It
for the
has.
past 12 months.
Yeah, it has.
I was this has taken me through 2 houses, my undergraduate, my postgraduate, COVID,
God damn, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
jobs, shifting friend groups from moving home from university. This has literally, I mean, you know, you guys have I cannot
Yeah.
and would not presume to speak for your experiences, but as I think this has been my best Christmas present. The chance to have this 12 months of memories with you guys.
Yeah.
Also very
And
happy.
I am not lying or exaggerating in any way when I say I would not have this if it weren't for you lot. Because I don't think
Yeah.
I'd have made it through my masters. And
I can't tell you just how much I really have to echo that. Like, this channel started right before that big hospital admission. And, you know, after that, having to move home to where I am now, and all of the things that have changed in my life so dramatically, like, yeah, it's been such an absolute safe haven, this place. And it has been, especially in some of the rough times when I've been really unwell, it, like you say, it's been that one constant, that one good thing I always knew was going to be coming up soon. And yeah, I'm so happy.
Sunflowers just put her experience in the chat as well.
Oh,
that's what I wanted to
Sunflower.
say. I'm so happy Zach's still here,
Flex.
because in between I literally cried because I thought we might lose Zach.
Yeah.
I think
Don't even
Zach-
bring that up. Fuck.
No,
I know.
I think Zach will be here and live longer than all of us. So
Yeah,
I know.
by pure spite, that is
Yes.
what's going to happen by Son's Law, is I will be 112 out of spite.
Yes.
They're like, I don't fucking care.
And you look so much better. Can I say that? It's.
Yeah.
I hope you're feeling better.
I do feel a lot better. I feel like I do feel like I feel like a whole new person. I've changed
Good.
in for really for the better in lots of ways as well.
Good.
And Rob and Elias, as well as every single person
Yes.
who either has clicked on it by mistake and boosted views accidentally, or, you know, watched and waited for every show, that everyone's a part of this.
Yeah,
It's like
Appreciate
everyone
I
is.
fully expected this to just be a one-time thing. Like I was excited to play in a D&D game with people that I'd only met online. And now you guys have become like some of my closest friends. Because this game has just gotten so out of hand, and
Fucking ridiculous.
and
Fucking
like
nuts.
I started this thinking, okay, I'm gonna be here for like 5 hours max, playing playing a parody of Alucard from Hellsing Ultimate Abridged. we're gonna go into a dungeon, we're gonna make it out in one session, and we'll be fine. No, this has like gone on so much longer, and it's become like
1 year later.
Yeah, 1 year later.
People.
Like my
it's become its own. It's become its own monster, and I'm so happy.
yeah,
Absolutely.
I am. I'm so happy as well. I mean, like, look at the fucking
Also,
characters.
Sunflower Surprise. I've not grown a single inch since 2015. I'm immune to your jokes.
Oh god.
I want to say thank you
Yeah.
because I'm the foreigner in the group, and a year ago I was literally like, oh my god, I'm playing with UK people, accents completely different than Americans, obviously, and your attitude is absolutely different. So this was a challenge for me actually playing
Yeah.
with you. Plus, I didn't know what I was doing, literally didn't know D&D. So
Look,
Yeah.
none of us
Thank
do.
you.
It's all a facade. Honestly, look, half the time, whenever you guys say you want to do something, I'm like on my computer, like, what are the rules for this?
Same.
Or I
Oh
make
my
it up
God.
because I can't be bothered, one way or the other.
Yeah,
But regardless,
That's cool.
I want to echo everything that all of you guys have said. It's been a fucking great year. It's been honestly a huge amount of good experience for me, like basically working as a presenter, honestly, with this. I've had several things that I've applied for when I've been able to say I have run a full year podcast worth of D&D content over on this channel, whatever. It's been fantastic for me. Great for my sort of public speaking as well, and you know, I've made a fantastic friend group with all of you guys, and it's been wonderful just being able to create something and see it unfold and panic when it doesn't unfold the way I expect, and then panic again where the thing I do to try and fix it doesn't work, and then panic again when you guys don't interact with it with the way that I expect, and panic continually up till this very moment.
And trying to fuck things up.
I'm not trying to.
No,
I
us.
promise.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, we press all the buttons.
Regardless of how much you try to convince us, regardless of how much you try to convince us, we will always think that like chubby elf from from the first session will always be like enemy number one. In
Hey, look,
like
I'm leaning into it
he's
now.
I'm convinced that guy's going to be the BBEG. Of
Yeah,
Waking
so am I.
Mountains.
Right. He sent us there because he's taken over the Pantheon. I'm convinced it's a motherfucking conspiracy. Contact your representative. Sorry, wait, what?
I'm convinced that we will end up having to become the Pantheon.
Yeah.
Oh
Who
my
knows?
god.
Who knows?
Anyway,
Honestly,
but yeah,
I'll let
it
it happen if
is.
it does.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm really happy, guys.
But yes, guys, I think probably best if we drop off here, because that's been a fantastic session. Thank you so much for the Christmas one shot. That was a hell of a lot of
No,
fun.
thank you. I mean, you were running it.
Yeah, no worries at all. But guys,
lovely.
everyone at home, thank you so much for joining us. We hope you have a wonderful Christmas and a happy New Year if we don't see you before then. And beautiful hair there, Sarah, wonderful. But eat all the chocolate, drink all the booze, see all the relatives if you so wish, or none of the above if you don't wish. But regardless, have a happy New Year.
Bye.
Merry Christmas, you filthy fucking animals.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Hold on. Yeah, there we go.
Oh my goodness.
And we're over. Are we?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're over.
Oh.
Oh, lovely. Oh my god. It was amazing.
Oh, you rated it across, good.
Yeah, rated across.
Well, we're just like, aw.
Is it still sharing?
No, we're rating.
Yeah, we've rated over, but they can't see us.
No, I'm saying, is my music still sharing?
No, I
Nope.
can't hear.
Yeah, you are sharing. The sound. I can't hear the
Stop it.
music, but it still says sharing computer sound.
I don't know how to stop that.
Not.
Oh, there we go. Got it.
Yeah. Oh god, that was beautiful.
I ate 5 mince pies and half a chocolate orange for that.
Nice. Yeah. And for once, my one shot ran as long as I expected it to. This is the first time I've ever
I mean,
run
you
a one
could've-
shot in one session.
You could have brought in Santa. It would have taken way longer. So.
Yeah, well, this was the thought. Like, I thought, either kill Santa or disrupt the means of production. You technically managed both. But...
We somehow did both.
yeah.
Well, clear.
Yeah, so guys, your Christmas presents, I don't think will make it to you by Christmas. I apologise for that.
Well, I know that for me
okay.
because you
Alright,
technically
yeah.
don't have my address.
But also, Pete, can you please give me your address?
Yes, please,
Look,
Pete, hand over your address.
I will give it to you, just not now, because given how long it might take to arrive, it might arrive here, it might arrive at my parents' place.
Yeah.
Like, depending on, and
Okay.
if I come back here and it arrives at my parents' place, there's an issue. So
Yeah.
I have a question. Since if I send something to every one of you, it's really expensive from Europe, mainland. Can I send it to one person and I give you the shipping to the other people within Britain?
Yeah. That's
Is that
totally
cool?
fine. I was going to say as well, I've got a couple of dates in the new year, depending on whatever the fuck happens with COVID, where
Yeah, God.
I've got to be in London with the Fabians, and I've already got my own hotel room booked,
Awesome.
for several of these, and I mean, if you guys just if anyone I know obviously Luke, you're nearby, so you can just pop over for the afternoon. But if anyone else, if we want to make a meetup of it, if I put down the dates. If we can do any of them easily, then definitely. But if not, we can arrange a meetup at another point.
The thing is, if COVID isn't a thing, it's an hour flight for me, literally to London.
That's
so.
fair.
It's quick.
Yeah, I've got
Nice.
what is essentially 2 weeks of holiday that I have to book within the next few days, really.
Right.
So I can book that, and if it doesn't happen, go up to Lancaster and meet my other mates.
Cool. If I put I'll put down the dates that I'm in London, and let you guys know.
Cool.
So, and then we can do something around then. If not, we'll find another time. But yeah.
Awesome. Let me know.
Quick question. Would someone of you be up to spread my presents? Or...
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
I'm going to be quite honest. I still need to buy you guys presents.
You don't need to buy us
You don't,
anything.
you're dungeon mastering.
there's no requirement.
This was the present.
but,
I just
like,
did
I
this
would like to
because
get something.
I've got nothing better to do. I want.
The one shots. I mean, every session is amazing. You have
A
time.
friend
We know
of-
you're busy.
Yeah, a friend of mine asked me for a specific present, and I thought, while I was here, I will get the exact same thing for all of you guys. So
Okay,
that
that's
was,
fair enough.
it was a bulk thing. We've all got
All
the
right.
same thing.
That's really okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'll see. I'll see whether I. But I appreciate it, guys. This has been really fun. I really enjoyed that. That was very ridiculous. It's quite a breath of fresh air in comparison how intense a lot of our like main sessions are.
This was so unstructured.
Yeah.
This was like
Yeah, I think we're all very serious D&D players who are all very into our role play. Not serious as in like emotionally serious, but serious as in we want to get it done right, whatever we're doing.
Yeah.
Whereas this, if it went wrong, it was even better.
Yeah. It's supposed to. In the main campaign, you're like, I don't want to kill my character off right now. So.
Whereas this, I was fully willing to like murder you with like 8 reindeer.
I was fully ready to be
Holy fuck,
murdered.
Gil,
Yeah.
You're murdering us at the first encounter. We don't even reach Santa. What the fuck?
You were fine. There were only 3 of them.
There are only 3 of them.
But they dealt like, what, 30 points of damage in one hit?
They only did 1 attack per turn.
Sure.
yeah, they're basically just
literally downed 1 of you.
they're barbarians essentially. They're just like
Yeah.
But they take a lot of damage. They don't like have anything to stop it.
yeah,
Could've been
they just
mean
got a
and given them
large
armor.
they just got a large health pool. Yeah, they just got like a large health pool.
Yeah, but it would have been fun. I had Santa was set to be a frost giant with a bunch of Tinker toys.
Oh my god.
Nice. Yeah.
I actually built, before you said that, I built the Dragonborn hipster we had in the last campaign. I had a gold Dragonborn. What was
The
it?
one in the toga.
Yeah, I built that one for the one shot, and I'm like, that doesn't work for the North Pole.
What did you call him?
Wait.
The one, like, Kara's
who was
one.
at the- Yeah.
Yeah, I
Kara's
wrote it down,
Dragonborn.
obviously.
Rogue.
Rogan with the double R's.
Rogan.
There's the list. Wait, here.
Yeah, because Rowan
There's a list of
definitely
names for
spaced for
Kara.
like, he's like, dude, this was totally rad.
Yeah. Wait.
So it's entirely possible.
Entirely possible.
This is entirely possible. Oh my god.
The 31st of March until the 2nd of April is a Thursday to Friday.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Oh, this is so lovely. Sunflower Surprise just sent me a personal message.
Oh no, what did she say?
No good.
Oh good. Well, I meant, oh no, it's sad, but like, you know what I mean. What is it?
She's like, hi Zach, just wanted to give you one final thank you for everything this year. The Dead Bar Society has become such a safe place for me, and I've always felt welcomed and wanted here. And then she goes, every campaign, Minecraft episode, Goose Goose Duck game has always made such an impact on me in the best possible way. Thank you for everything you've done, and thank you for being a beacon of happiness and fuckery when I need it the most. Merry Christmas and have a wonderful New Year.
Fuck's sake. Damn it with the feels.
I know, the feels. Sunflower. God. Oh, she's amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is so sweet. That's made my day. That has. Yeah. All right, I've popped the dates in there. I need to go and stab myself and then sleep. I'm gonna be. Yeah, I know, right? It's great fun when I say it to people. They always give me a weird look and then go, "Oh yeah, injections."
Oh, honey.
Yeah, I've got to be up at, I've got a call with Australia at 9 in the morning.
Nice.
Which doesn't sound that early, but I then have work from 2 till 8.
Oh yeah. Right.
So,
Okie dokie.